doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
Real prick.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear?
Why are you holding my hand?
Where's your other hand?
Between two pillows.
Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast. The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast coming to you on Facebook Live, YouTube, Snap, Tender. I don't know.
That's the one I watch it on.
Well, we got a huge show tonight. A special guest tonight. Will Ferrell tonight's going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell tonight.
That's awesome.
Coming later.
Yeah. I can't believe he's given us like 5 minutes.
Yes.
But 5 minutes is better than nothing, man.
So Will Ferrell will be on later tonight. When he comes on, we will stop, and it's his. When Mr. Ferrell wants to go, he goes.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Will Ferrell later tonight. So let's start out like we always do. What did we do this past week? Eric will join us later. I've got Ed and Willie here. But like I said, Eric will be joining us in a few.
I think we can replace Eric with something over here. This chair's been cold for weeks.
Put that bottle of water over there.
Yeah, here. Let me see if that warms.
It's got more taste to it.
It's like when Stewie put that pickle on the cucumber.
You put the Indian over there.
Put this pickle on the couch.
Can I have my bottle of water back? I was kidding.
It smells like farts.
So what did you guys do this past week, Ed?
Well, you guys, as you guys know, our fans don't know, but I was almost late again. I've been pretty good lately.
You've been on time pretty good.
Yeah, I would have been here earlier, but Mike McCarthy told me I had plenty of time to run to the studio tonight. Yeah, he was wrong. I almost missed it.
Willie.
What the hell did I do this last week? Not really a whole heck of a lot. What did I do? Come on, let me think about it. Did I go to a store? No, I didn't go to a store. No.
Is he doing his Bed Bath & Beyond routine here for Will?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm just trying to figure out what the heck I did. Nothing exciting, guys. Sorry.
Who knows how much time we'll have?
Yes. I'm trying to make this last longer. We need to because, we got Will Ferrell coming on. And
in the green room, I was telling these guys that I made ribs on Saturday.
Yeah.
They came out really good. My master-built charcoal / smoker. And first time I actually, first time I smoked on this one, actually, and you would just throw wood chips into its ash bin.
Oh, really?
And when the ash hits them, it makes the wood smoke.
Do you have to soak them first, or
nope? Just throw them in there.
Just
they said,
dry.
Yep, dry, and they came out good. You throw a couple handfuls, and they just a couple handfuls last for a couple hours. That's all you need for ribs. You don't want to over smoke ribs. So
you want a good smoke ring, right?
So you put them on for 2 hours, every half hour, a little mopping sauce, and then the thing I found was you wrap them in aluminum foil, but you put them face down. And you put margarine, honey, and brown sugar.
Yep.
Put them face down. Put a little mopping sauce on the backside. Wrap them back up. Put them on for an hour and a half. Take them off. Let them sit for about a half hour, 40 minutes. Then put them back on the grill with barbecue sauce for like 10 minutes. Came out pretty good.
Good stuff.
They were tasty.
Where'd you get the ribs at?
I don't know. We had them in I think I bought them at Costco or something months ago.
Okay.
There was like 3 huge racks in there, but my in-laws came over, so
nice.
We had it because my
sounds delicious. Willie, did you get any?
I wouldn't have eaten them anyway.
He don't like.
He doesn't like sloppy food.
He just likes bones that the meat don't fall off of.
Those are finger looking good too.
So besides that, anywho, tonight's show, the NFL playoffs began, and it was some exciting, some not so exciting. We also have the good, bad, and the ugly. We got some best playoff performances we'll talk about tonight. We missed them last week. over not just this weekend, the history of the playoffs, NFL. We'll talk a little bit. We're going to talk about last week's games, and we'll preview this week's games with 4 games coming up this next weekend. The final 8 will be set after this evening's game between the Rams and the Cardinals, which starts in a few minutes. We're live, but if you're listening to this after the game was over, you know who won already. Rams won 31-17.
Yeah, it was a great game.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't watch the game.
Really? That game was done already?
No, I did a podcast yesterday.
So let's start off with our usual good, bad, and the ugly. Let's get a little topic moving around the table here. So let's start with the Willie. Let's start with you. I got to start last. Let's start with the good tonight.
Oh,
the good. Let's go with Ed tonight with the good, and we'll rotate. Then Willie goes first next, and I go first last. That's 3, and then maybe Erica throws 2 cents in when he gets here.
My good is it happened today.
Oh, okay, good, nice.
Timo Meyer, first player in San Jose Sharks history to score 5 goals in a game, did it in 2 periods. First 2 periods, he had 5 goals going. Before.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm guessing he didn't score any more since I last heard. But first guy to score 5 goals in the first 2 periods since Peter Bondra back in 1994.
Peter Boner.
Yeah, from the Capitals.
Huh?
Not quite their best player yet, of all time, but he was pretty solid.
Pretty close, yeah.
I think he had a pretty solid couple years. Yeah, so
5 goals in 2 periods.
5 goals in 2 periods. That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty good.
That is great. My good is it's a local good. I was reading the paper today, and
they finally got Carl a headstone.
Jeez. It's right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away your thunder. Really. Go ahead.
So I was reading at the Doctors of Physical Therapy Holiday Classic that they gave these Go Sports American Lifetime Achievement Awards, and they anybody who's played softball in the city of Kenosha knows this one guy, and it would be Dennis Bedford, and that's awesome because he's been working with at-risk kids for like the last 40 years. And I didn't really realize that till one day after a game I sat and talked with him, and I'm like, Dennis, what do you do? And he's like, well, I work with a lot of different agencies. I work with the schools, trying to keep kids in the school and trying to keep them on the straight and narrow. So I think that's my good, Dennis Bedford getting that achievement award. That's awesome. So.
Didn't he just receive an award at the basketball game?
That's what I'm talking about.
That was at the basketball game?
Yeah. At the basketball
I thought this was since then.
No, he got it. Yeah, the article was just in paper.
Yeah, just in the paper. But I was
going to say, I swear I was there for that.
They write that. They write that in Texas now, the Kenosha News. So that's why it's always late. Yeah, but you were there. You were there with me.
I was sitting there.
Yeah, I was. Well, we were there together.
That's why I'm like, I swear I remember that.
I wasn't there, so that's why I had to read about it. So
okay.
My good is
that's Jeff Sampani for you right there.
Is NFL good. Bills offensive perfection. I think maybe the only time it's happened.
Yes, I believe it is.
Scored a touchdown on every single drive, and only times they didn't score a touchdown was when they kneeled twice.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
And that was in NFL history. That wasn't just playoffs.
No, that was NFL history.
That's what I thought.
That's a good time to pull out a good game is in the playoffs, right? to be offensive perfection is in the playoffs. It's a good time to do it, and against a pretty well coached organization team. I don't think a lot of people were thinking that the Patriots would win. We thought it would be a lot closer, I think. But
yeah, a lot closer.
But I mean, they just came out and I bet the Bills wanted to play right after that.
They should have went. They should have flew right to Kansas City.
I just waited. When this game's over, we're playing. like at basketball games in high school, all the kids in the stands are waiting to play the next game. They're all just sitting there waiting in the stands. Yeah. Okay, we're up.
Holding balls and shit in their helmets.
So let's go with Willie.
Well, the best meme I saw on that was with the quarterback
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen holding a baby with Belichick's head on it, going, "Who's your daddy?" So I thought that was pretty good.
So you got the bad.
I got the bad here. My bad is what's his name? Jerome Boger.
Dude. Jerome Boger.
I'm guessing that's a ref.
That referee.
I'm just guessing too.
I mean, there was so much talk about him today. I mean, on any sports, I was listening to Dan Patrick and just they were just all over him. I mean,
For that, is this the one in the Dallas, the last play?
No. This is the Spangle Raider game.
Okay, I was going to say because that wasn't to me as egregious as some of the calls
when the whistle was blown because they thought what's his name was out of bounds there, and they blew the whistle, so it should have stopped play there. So I mean,
is this the guy who had a real Southern drawl to him?
Yes,
I was making fun. I was like, man, it sounded like they didn't speak English. Because I'm from South, y'all.
They were kind of ragging him. Oh, I bet he's from the SEC. Actually, he was at Conference USA is where he came from.
Yeah, that's the rule. Yeah, they should have stopped the play, but I mean, if you watch the replay, the ball was almost hitting the receiver's chest when the whistle blew, and he was wide open. I mean, I understand if I'm a Raider fan, I'm probably sitting there going, the play should have been stopped, and that's the rule. That is the rule,
right? And
that's the rule. That's the letter of the rule, and that's how it goes, and that's how it is. Did any ref actually say they blew their whistle?
I'm trying to remember.
They admitted it. I mean, did it come from the stands? Maybe I don't know. Nobody's ever investigated, went deep. I mean, I'm just saying, did the ref actually come out of the game? Yeah, I blew my whistle. I mean, yeah, it was me.
And
he was close to the sideline, and he was very close. And they replayed it, and he wasn't out of bounds.
No, he wasn't.
It was, yeah. So it was close, though. It would have been looked at if they wouldn't have blew the whistle. I'm sure the Raiders would have took a deep look at it. Let's check, but they would have never.
You know what you'd like to hear every once in a while when they go into these into the booth or they come back and just go, "Hey, we screwed up, but this is what happened. We can't do nothing about it now.
Yeah.
But they don't. They always try to cover it up with some fake thing.
Well, the NFL said they wouldn't talk about it. Then after the game, they came out and said, "Yeah, it should have been a dead ball."
Right.
NFL, but
who's to say they probably would have scored anyways? I mean, who knows?
And that's you don't know. Yeah. And in the Cowboy game, you're at the Cowboy game. I'm not taking anything from anyone when I talk about the Cowboys, am I?
No,
I don't care.
Okay. You talk about the referee in that game. I'm more against some of the weird calls in the game. The defensive holding plays, which I understand.
Yeah.
And I saw this twice this weekend, and it makes me laugh how the NFL just when they choose to call these penalties. The first defensive holding was legit. The guy grabbed, but the last one, I honestly believe Gregory thought that was the ball carrier when he grabbed him on the end.
Tackled him.
I thought I think he thought he had the ball.
Yeah.
I think he just said, ball's coming. He saw a ball. The running back was tight to him and just grabbed him and wrapped this guy up. And I get it. It's the rule. But if we sat down and watched NFL film of all the games on Sunday, I bet I watched all the games this weekend pretty much, except for I watched the Cowboy game with not the Cowboy game. Yeah, the Cowboy game I did watch, but I watched I didn't have no sound when I was watching it, and because we went and got food at El Serape.
Yeah, I was at Jersey Mike's
next door.
Yeah,
gotta wave to you.
Yeah, we're probably neighbors.
Yeah. So, but I did watch all the games, and I bet if we watched every game this weekend, I bet we saw that. You could see that 30 times. And the other thing I saw this weekend was cracked me up. The Eagles getting, and it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think, in the game, but they got called twice in their game for a player blocking too early on a wide receiver screen. That happens every single wide receiver screen. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you want. I don't care. It happens every wide receiver screen. The guys are blocking as soon as the ball snapped, they're hitting somebody. The only guy that's turning for the ball is the wide receiver that's getting the ball. And it's just the NFL, when they pick to choose, it wouldn't have made a difference then, but the Cowboy game, it could have made a difference. That would have saved them, because if they didn't call that penalty, they were punting San Fran then.
Right.
That was on that sweep.
We saw some weird calls, especially that game. I watched that game.
Yeah.
I mean, the not setting on the quarterback sneak would have ended the game. Just ridiculous. I mean, but, and then I'm watching the later game, and I watch a guy come down to the end of the line, and he's not set. He's kind of.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And they didn't even but it wasn't in a big play situation.
Yeah.
But what was the other call I saw? There was another one that was just ridiculous.
And this is the thing. I mean, there was I believe there was a late hit this weekend that was a terrible call. I might have been against the Raiders. I think Joe Burrow might have got a call that was not a great.
It was like in the beginning of the game.
It wasn't a great late hit call. Yeah. I mean, and I saw whatever. Oh, we'll get to those games anyway. But who was? I got the ugly, right?
No,
you get the bad still. You get the bad.
I got a bad.
Oh no, I never talked about my bad yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad, because I started.
I'm still thinking.
My bad is the playoff schedule.
I was gonna say, damn it.
Sorry. And the reason I'm saying this is you take two teams, for instance, this weekend. The Niners have to go on a short week to Green Bay and play a Packer team that's well-rested. And then also, the winner of tonight's game has to go on a short week and play
Oh, this isn't exactly what I was going to say.
Okay,
so
but they have to go on a short week with tonight's game because it is a short. They play next Sunday, but it's still a short week.
Right.
They would have today off normally. I understand why they're doing this, but you're making these teams, and now in the Rams case, they're going to play the Tampa Bay. So Tampa Bay they had to play. So in a way, it's not a huge deal. But I mean, for the Niners, and then the other side, I don't know for sure. The Bengals, I think I looked it up. The Bengals, Buffalo, KC, day difference, but they're getting a normal rest, and then they're getting the normal week's rest basically before a game.
Yeah,
the normal days, and so. But the Bengals have to play Saturday. They get a week, and they play on Saturday, so they get their week. And Tennessee was off, so that's. But
we like our Monday game though tonight.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna watch. So we're gonna be able to watch hopefully a lot of that game.
Yeah,
tonight.
we'll just talk real fast like that Micro Machines guy.
Yeah. So you're bad.
My bad was it's similar. The expanded playoffs have been garbage.
Damn, that's part. That's
going to be your ugly.
Yes, sir.
God damn.
Well, go ahead. No, that's fine.
No, I mean there were so many just horrible games.
Yeah.
It's just slaughters. Philadelphia had no reason to be in the playoffs. They were garbage.
And the Steelers had no business being in the playoffs.
Steelers had no.
I mean, to be honest, I would have rather seen the Colts go to KC.
Yeah. New England's in, but New England earned it.
No, and New England would have been a 6th seed, and they played well this year. They just had
they earned the ass kicking.
Buffalo played perfect.
Yeah,
and the Patriots played pretty bad.
Yeah, they did.
So it was a perfect storm. That's one game I'm going to give a pass to because they would have been in anyway. They're 6th seed.
Yeah.
They would have been playing.
They almost won the division.
Yeah, but you know what? This expanded playoffs, what it does is it changes the whole perspective. Because if you think they went to the old school playoffs, what I have it right here, and
I mean Dallas Niners, who would have been out, or Philadelphia would have been left out, right?
Yeah, Philadelphia. So what would you have had the first week? Is you would have had Buffalo would have played. Oh no, nothing would have changed. I apologize. You would have had the same matchups. The only difference would be KC wouldn't have played a game, and neither would have Tampa Bay.
Yep.
So nothing would have changed these matchups. The matchups all would have been the same. But Dallas San Fran game was good. The Cincinnati Raider game was good.
Yeah, both good games.
The Patriot Buffalo game, that happens.
I watched 10 minutes.
Tonight's
of that.
game, I'm going to guess it's going to be a good game. I think it may be. I don't know. We could be wrong. I've been wrong a lot, but I think it'll be a good game. It'll be entertaining, I think. I mean, for us as fans, we just want entertainment. I mean, for me, I have no skin in the game at this point, so I just want entertainment. And
I get big money on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I have only as 10
far as
grand.
I know.
Only 10 grand on the Rams, so that's nothing.
No skin in the game. His game's all about coaching moves and
right.
next year's draft position.
So the ugly, you get to start the ugly yet?
I'll start the ugly.
Yeah, you start the ugly.
The whole Novak Djokovic situation is just a disaster. Mm-hmm. Looks bad for everybody.
Yep.
He was kind of bullshitting them, but they gave him a visa. Then, they got pressure from the people. Then they revoked his visa. I mean, just a mess. And there's like 20 some other guys in the same situation. They really aren't talking about him.
Well, and the thing that bothers me about the whole thing is I get it. Okay, I don't get it. I shouldn't say that. If he tests he's negative, he should be able to play. That plain and simple. Okay, but if this country's on this type of lockdown,
why are they even playing it?
Exactly, it should be postponed. They shouldn't have a tournament.
Maybe we shouldn't go to China for the Olympics either.
Oh, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
I know. I got a bunch of shit on that later.
Yeah.
No, but they were talking about him going that he didn't really stick with his quarantine.
Yeah,
he was out and about. So
yeah, but
I think that pissed him off.
No, I don't think that came up until later, though. I think they were already. They got so much crap from the people in Australia who have been locked down for 2 years in their jail cells or whatever. And then they came out.
Well,
they weren't happy. This guy gets to get around it because he's a world-class athlete. Why does he get a pass?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they were jealous, and then they kind of looked into his back, and he also broke protocol or something.
Yeah, he broke protocol, and then he was the same guy that was running tournaments when they weren't doing tournaments in Croatia or Serbia, where he's from. So he was running like a year ago or 2 years ago. He was, I don't care about this stuff. He goes, I'm going to have tennis tournaments here when people
he's still alive,
where people weren't doing things. I actually. So he was kind of poked the bear, and they. Yeah. Or the kangaroo, and
he's the number one player. I mean, he's one of the best ever. I mean, you could say. I actually saw a tweet. It was pretty funny. It says Novak Djokovic is the first athlete in history to be banned and deported for not taking drugs. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Carrie and Cam Crable are on with us. Hey, guys. Carrie says, great show, and Cam says, hi. How is everybody? We're doing great.
This way, Carrie, listen to the whole show. You'll figure it.
It's playoff. Yeah. Carrie, keep listening. You'll probably go from great show to You'll be watching the Golden Girls something pretty quick. We're pretty boring.
Might be watching old Unsolved Mysteries episodes.
But hey, guys, thanks for listening or tuning in or watch whatever you're doing. I don't know. My ugly is just the number 7 seeds. I get just adding to that number 7 seeds. I don't know if it's working.
I stole that from you.
No. It's a money thing, and I understand what the NFL is doing. I just don't. I think it also changed the balance of days off and time off. I really do. I think it hurts. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's awesome at Monday Night Football for a playoff game, but in the big picture, is it really? I mean, here's our next step, NFL. I'll get on board, and we need to start a petition. All the tens of Benchwarmer fans. We need to get a petition going. If the NFL moves the Super Bowl to Saturday night, then we have a deal. You can have 45 teams in the playoffs for all I care. But a Saturday night Super Bowl would be so awesome, wouldn't it? Have a Super Bowl party, and we can hang out, and the game's over, have a few more drinks. Make it almost like a New Year's Eve. You know what? I would probably even celebrate New Year's Eve. I just do something low key and then make that New Year's Eve.
Yeah, as guys that run businesses, it's Monday's tough sometimes.
Right. What they should do is make that a holiday.
Yeah.
Well, and here's what happens if the
if
the Bears or the Packers make it, you're pretty much screwed around here as having it on Monday.
Yeah.
Everybody's out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's my.
Luckily, that only happens like once every decade around here.
You didn't have an ugly.
Right.
You didn't get ugly yet, did you?
I know.
Yeah.
You saying I'm ugly? What?
Yeah, that too.
That too.
Yeah.
That's why I wear a beard.
Yeah. That's
so
part of the problem.
Yeah, I can fold it up over my face here soon. The Winter Olympics in China. Okay, so they're not selling tickets to the public, so I'm sure it's only going to, only the upper echelon there.
Well, you take a cue from Vanderbilt University.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. They only sold to the public, but not their students. Students were banned from games, but the public can come in and pay. For COVID, you want to be safe.
Yeah.
Because different people are in the stand. But anyways, go on. Sorry.
And then also, they're encouraged to clap and not yell because of COVID.
Yep.
So no yelling. No yelling allowed. You'll be escorted from the stadium. I mean, you think about there's only a couple of arena sports there. There's speed skating, there's the hockey and curling.
Yeah, isn't winter sports
and
essentially
figure skating? And then, you got downhill skiing and,
bobsledding,
bobsledding,
all that
luge.
stuff. Yeah.
It's all outdoors, so it shouldn't make that much difference, I don't think.
I agree. I didn't even think about it. You just...
Yeah, there's not the only you only have hockey and figure skating that's inside and curling and
speed skating and then the figure skate.
And that's pretty much figure skating. If they're not going to have many fans, it's one or two people on the ice.
Right. Yeah, and the coach is sitting there patting them on the back.
I'm actually surprised they didn't think about canceling hockey the way it's been going. It's too many people on the ice. Let's cancel hockey.
Who's even going to play for the U.S. this year?
NHL isn't doing it, are they?
No, none of the players are.
So what are they doing? Are they going with the IHL, ECHL, or
college?
I don't know.
College? Is it
I
college?
don't know.
I hope it would be college at least. I mean, they could probably compete with a college team. I mean, they're not going.
It'd be great if they sent juniors out there.
Now let me ask a question. NHL. So are no players playing from the NHL then, or can players opt out of their NHL contract? Like a lot of the guys from Russia and stuff, they want to play for their team. They may say, okay, I'm taking a 2-week leave, and will the teams allow it? I mean, if you're a team, and obviously I apologize, I'm not in tune with hockey, but say I'm on a team that's contending, and I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, and you're one of the best players on the team. But how does that translate?
It's not going to happen because they have to quarantine.
Contract,
they have to quarantine.
Yep.
They have a contract, and then they got a quarantine coming back.
Yeah.
It'd be almost a month at least.
Yep.
So, and Russia has all their players in house, a good chunk of them now. They pay good money in their professional league.
Oh, really?
I wish we could get that on cable or something.
Oh,
they've got legit players. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think that. As I'm looking up right now to find out who's going to be on the USA Olympic hockey team, but I know some of the older players, maybe that not playing anymore because they're out of the league, but they still have talent.
Maybe is Adam on there?
Really?
Check it.
Go. Let me see here.
Yeah, some of these things are just. Hey, this is just nuts.
So 4 days ago, the hockey team was unveiled. Roster includes players from the NCAA, AHL, and European pro leagues.
Oh, so
that's good.
It'd be back to basics.
Yeah, except the Russian team's all superstars again.
Yeah, good point. Another Do You Believe in Miracles coming to a TV soon? Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to do. So I'm sure they're doing the same thing with women's hockey. They don't have a pro
That's
league.
what the Olympics should be anyways. It's all professional now. Every sport, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, not like
Let amateurs play.
Yeah, not like it used to be.
So of the players here, they got a breakdown of them if you guys are interested at all. If you're not, I can show
Who's the USA guy? Just throw out some big names. Throw out the biggest name.
I'm looking here.
Wayne Gretzky.
He's good. And he's not even American.
I forgot he's Canadian. My bad.
I'm sure
we got the
big
money
names
though.
here, but the Big Ten or 15 of these guys play NCAA hockey. 5 are from the Big Ten, 4 from the NCHC. I don't even know where these.
2 from Carthage.
Really, 1 from the CCHA. So. But they're and there's 6 of them that have NHL experience. Agostino, Kampfer, Meal, Ness, Shore, and Warsofsky. So,
no, that
sounds like a law firm.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
Agostino and Wisniewski. 1 call, that's all. I beat you to that.
Yes.
Hey, there's one kid that goes to Ferris State on the team. So
Bueller.
You might be related.
Who knows?
You might be.
He might be related. Nice. You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com. And also, don't forget to check out our new website, basementbenchwarmers.com. It's out there to take a peek at. Different blogs will be popping up in there possibly in the next few months. So check it out. Little factoids about each guy here, little biographies, and
we took all the dick pics off.
Some pictures and things like that on there. So check it out. So let's start talking about these games last week and talk about next week's matchups. Let's talk about the first game of the weekend, which was the Raiders-Bengals. Joe Burrow's first playoff game in his second year, and he is as good as advertised at times. He's pretty good. We talked about him last week. I gushed over him, I think. But
right on my shirt, my purple dress.
So the Bengals win 26-19. The Raiders make a run at it. As we talked earlier, a controversial call with the whistle. Intermittent whistle that the play wasn't called dead. Darren Waller had a solid game. Jamar Chase, 9 catches, 116 in that game. He just keeps his rookie season going. And the Raiders are out of the playoffs. So what is the future role for the Raiders? We were talking earlier before I got here, and Willie had said, Mike Mayock was fired today, the GM. So I don't know what that means to the coach.
He'll be back on the NFL Network talking drafts.
Yeah. But you said that Derek Carr and Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi. Whatever his name is.
They have a good rapport, but as soon as the GM gets fired, it's hard for me to believe a new guy's going to come and go, let's keep that guy. That's just a recipe for disaster to me sometimes, unless the GM is tied to him somehow. Because this guy, I've read a lot about this guy in L.A. or Las Vegas, and he's tied. He's been around. And a lot of guys have respect for the guy. They love the guy. So they get the right GM that goes, I'm a fan. I me and him work together. I'll work with this guy. Let's get this going. So I don't know. But Derek Carr's got a $19 million 1 year left on his contract. So that's very team friendly. So what else we were talking before? What else we were talking about? I can't remember.
I'll say this:
the Raiders' future we're talking about right now.
Well, I'm just gonna. The game to me was hail to the kickers, huh?
Yeah, big game from both kickers. Yeah, it was. I think didn't Carlson have 4 field goals? Yeah, he had to have. 4 field goals and a touchdown they scored. 12 plus 2 is 12 plus 7 is 9. Yeah,
but you never know anymore because all the 2 points and all the miss. Yeah,
good point. I think the Raiders are kind of that middle of the road team. I don't know. I don't think of them. That division has still got KC. You got the Chargers who are going to be better. They should be, and you got Denver, who depends what they do at coaching. If they could get a quarterback, we don't know.
When I look at the Raiders, to me, they shouldn't even been here. Think about what's happening to them this year.
Yeah,
they lose their coach. They got one of their players sitting in prison right now. They had another player. They had a DUI, right?
Another guy.
Oh, they've had like 4 DUIs this year.
Well, there's 2 DUIs. They said, I don't know the other ones, and then they said the guy was the one that was the big one too was just a video of the guy brandishing a gun, like going crazy and yelling at people and stuff. And they cut him.
Was it
right
deer
out.
season?
No.
Okay, then
Not
it's
in
bad.
Vegas.
Then it's bad.
Not in Vegas.
Then it's bad.
So yeah,
I was gonna say I've seen that 100 times before.
But the Bengals, we'll talk about their next game. They get to go to Tennessee with the return of Derrick Henry.
Winter is coming.
Is looming, and I don't know. This is a tough game. I think this is a game that I think is tougher. I mean, I think the 3.5 point favorite the Titans are. What I got in front of me right here. It's a tough game. Let's just go around and talk about the game. Ed, you want to start with so we got the Bengals visiting Tennessee.
Oh, everybody's kind of down on Tennessee. Nobody's really talking about them. I was listening to McAfee today, and they were like, don't sleep on those guys. But they played good with Derrick Henry out, so I don't know. Are they a better team without him? Yeah. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But they have played better without him.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, that team they were the AFC champions, so.
Yeah.
And you said the AFC was the strongest.
I think the AFC is better than the NFC.
You said that all for the last at least 3-4 weeks.
I still do. I mean, it's like I said, the Packers are the best team in the NFC. They could be the best team in the league, but I just think as a whole, the AFC is better. Mm-hmm. I just think they've got better teams. I really do. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you got to figure Indianapolis and San Diego didn't even make it.
Yeah,
and those teams would have beat quite a few of them, probably a couple of those NFC teams that were in there easy.
Yeah, I mean, So. Willie, what do you think about that game?
I just hope the Bengals right now, their first win 31 years. So you better think about it, celebrate it, and get over it real quick because you got the Titans. You're traveling to the Titans there. So I just think that they're going to have their hands full there, especially if you got Henry back. You have to game plan for it, and I'm sure the Titans. I think they probably were planning for the Bengals all along here. Joe Cool, and I guess it's going to be a good game. Hopefully, of the games I did watch this week, that I just saw some dogs and had to turn them off because I couldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah. We were talking today in the car of the young quarterbacks. The only one even I'd say like even a couple years they've been in the league. Burrow's the only one that made the playoffs that I can think of, unless I'm missing somebody.
Oh, Mac Jones.
No, I mean still. I mean that's going to be in next week. After
Mac, it'd be Burrow, but
all the rest are old timers essentially.
Yeah, Yeah, well, Mahomes is.
Yeah, but he's 9 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls or whatever he's got.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'm just saying, in the last couple of years, we've had a lot of quarterbacks drafted.
Yeah,
and he's the only one. And Mac Jones was the other one, but his team's carrying him. Let's be honest. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
and it got him there.
Yeah, well, Kyler you got tonight.
He's pretty young too.
He's young, but.
Let's see if he makes it the next week, though. He's not.
And Jalen Hurt, but that Eagles, they're out,
but
like
that
you said.
That was a joke.
So you brought that up the last time the Bengals won a playoff game was January 7th, 1991. A few things that were going on then. Michael Jordan had not won an NBA title yet.
Really? That's crazy.
Home Alone was the #1 movie.
I remember that.
The Houston Oilers was a team they beat. The Houston Oilers. And Madonna's "Justify My Love" was the #1 song.
Was Earl Campbell on that Oiler team then? I wonder. That'd be interesting.
Warren Moon.
That was the Warren Moon team that actually the next year, I believe, that's the '92 team that lost
Frank Reich.
The Frank Reich team.
Yeah.
So, wow, they had some bad luck.
Yeah.
Although that Bengal team wasn't, I believe that Bengal team, if I'm correct, that had to be the Bengal team that went to the Super Bowl and lost to Joe Montana because that was.
Oh, yeah, 91. Was it Icky Woods?
No, that was 80. That was late 80s. I'm sorry, I'm wrong about that. Okay. It wasn't 90. It was 80s. I'm sorry. That might have been Icky Woods. You might be right.
If you remember when we were kids there, that was like right about, for me and you, high school time. It was the Bengals, the Browns, and the Broncos. I mean, they were pretty solid every year. You were going to get one of those teams.
But back then, the NFC was just so dominant.
Yeah.
With 49ers and Dallas.
You just remember there was guys throwing snowballs, guys wearing dog faces. And
dog boy pointy face.
Yeah. Ugly quarterbacks like John Elway and Bernie Kosar.
The Drive.
And they were still throwing dildos, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a new thing.
Well, yeah.
As far as we know.
for that game, I think that game, the big thing for the week off was huge for the Titans. You get A.J. Brown, which he's back, but you get guys like Julio Jones that extra week to get rested. And I like Vrabel as a coach. I think he's very underrated as a coach. Nobody ever talks about Mike Vrabel. One from the Bill Belichick tree, player and coach. So I really like Cincinnati. I'm a fan. I like them, but I think this is going to be I think the one thing the Bengals don't really do great is stop the run. And even if you can stop the run, I mean, Derrick Henry is like tackling a freight train. I mean, he really is. And we don't know how healthy he is. He's coming back, but if he comes back and, halftime he goes out, it changes the dynamic of the whole game, and your game plan changes. And, I mean, these guys are smart enough on the fly to figure this stuff out, but whatever. But I do like the Titans, and I really want to see the Bengals win. I like to see it, but I like the Titans. I really do. I just like them at home, rested, number one seed. And being the number one seed was huge for them because I'm not saying the Bengals, the Bengals can win, but not to have to play Buffalo and KC to get to where you're going is huge. I think the Buffalo KC game, I really do. And at Buffalo, we'll talk about that game, but we'll talk about that game coming up. But so the Raiders are out. The Bengals advance to Tennessee.
I'm going to go by which city has better food. That's who I'm voting for. And I'm in Nashville, hands down.
Ooh, yeah, good call.
Yeah,
good call.
I would say
Cincinnati's got chili with the chili on top of spaghetti.
Yeah, it's spaghetti chili.
Yeah, it's
Skyway chili.
It's good, but it's not.
Skyway chili or something.
Yeah, Skyway.
It's not that hot chicken or the
Nashville hot Hattie B's. Oh,
yeah, that
place is
Isn't
awesome.
that where Beasley stopped there this last week?
I've been there. It's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Very good. For being like almost like a chain type place in Nashville, it's very good. So our next game we're going to talk about Eagles, Buccaneers. The Eagles, actually the Buccaneers jumped out to a 31-0 lead, ended up winning 31-15. Tom Brady had a playoff game for him, normal playoff game, 275 and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts struggled, but tough game. And it's rookie. The Eagles, I think Ed brought up, the Eagles just weren't ready for the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers got healthy. They got a few guys back on defense, although they did lose Tristan Wirfs. Don't know how bad that is, which is huge for them. His first game missed since he's been drafted, and he's an all-pro tackle.
Yeah, they're beat up anyways.
That's a big deal. Jensen got hurt for a minute, but he came back in. That was even Ryan Jensen's just as mean, and he's psycho, that dude. Yeah. But Eagles Buccaneers, that game, anything that stuck out in that game, it's hard. The games like this, there's nothing that really stuck out. The Buccaneers just were the class.
You know what stuck out to me? Some idiot in our league for our championship thing. We're doing this little fantasy league. Some guy drafted Boston Scott.
And he scored.
He did. Yes, he did.
I have 7
My first
players.
pick was Leonard Fournette.
Yep. I have 7 players. The only one that scored a touchdown with Roethlisberger on one drive.
And you know why I'm mad? Because I'm going to be on the cut line for this thing.
Oh, I'm out already.
And the thing is, if I would have prepared better, I would have had Deebo Samuel, and I wouldn't be on the cut line.
Yeah.
That's what I would have took.
You should have been here that night,
I can't believe
Willie.
I missed it.
Oh, you should have seen me with the bad Wi-Fi and
Debo's
everything.
Still there.
Oh, my God.
Bad Wi-Fi. You were in a bar.
Someone took Deebo, and we were all like, it was after both of us took players.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, my God, I can't believe we forgot. He would have been, if I would have been up top, he would have been my top 2 or 3 pick because it's 1 week. People have to realize you don't have to. You get to draft every week, so who cares if they lose? It doesn't matter if they lose.
I picked Mixon. I figured there was like 3 running backs.
Yeah, he had a solid game, right? Oh, he did. I thought he had a good game. He didn't score.
No.
Oh, okay.
He got me like 11 points or something. It killed me kind of.
But my team would have been fine. Every guy on my team scored 10 to 12, 10 to 14. Except I got 0 in the one spot. That's what killed me. If I got 10-12 there, I'm no problem.
You had one. T. Higgins had a bad game.
Oh, T. Higgins, yeah. They put up.
It was unreal.
He had like no targets, like 1 target the whole game, and then he got like 3, and then he caught 2. It was crazy.
I like talking about these things because I picked C.D. Lamb as my number 2 pick. 1 catch.
Yeah, C.D.
Lamb. I had George Kittle.
Yeah, another one.
Another guy, yeah.
Holy crap.
Well, I lucked
Grab
out.
my ankles.
Darren Waller had a solid game for you at tight end. I mean, he had catches and he scored.
For the guy that got stuck with Knox, he was like, a piece of shit Knox I got.
Of course.
Of course, that's how it goes.
Who was it?
I don't know. Was it Dan Shess might have
Could have been.
He's like
somebody
1 or 2.
else got Ozuma. That guy's garbage 19 points.
Waller. At least Waller got points, but he didn't score, of course. So whatever.
In that league, too, Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard, I think, were taken, weren't they?
He might have been. Who knows? I know Brait
It was ridiculous.
Brait was.
Some of the picks. Oh,
Well,
and Gronk.
The one guy in our
So
league.
it's Gronk and Brait.
The one guy in our league, he took 2 backups, which is hilarious, to Fournette and Allaire.
And he's beating me.
They both didn't play, but
Vaughn.
neither the guy. No.
Oh.
He took Jones and Williams, and neither of those guys played.
Oh,
the
gee.
big Jared
And
McKinnon.
he's beating me.
Jared McKinnon.
Yeah.
That's a name that's close to my heart.
Yeah.
From fantasy years ago. He had a great game. He looked spry.
Yeah, he did.
Allaire might not see much more playoff time. I think he's the guy the rest of the playoffs. He looked perfect for that offense, McKinnon. He really did.
Got to ride it.
Yeah.
I was actually looking him up there on that
those
Google
tangerine?
thing. No, just regular.
Dang. Tangerine ones are awesome.
Oh, these
Little
are just
speckles
mint.
of tangerine.
Just mint.
We'll talk about mints. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
I got some hot jelly beans if you want some.
No, I'm
I'll
good.
give you some hot jelly beans.
So anyway,
sorry, I got us off track there.
So Eagles Buccaneers, Eagles lost. So Buccaneers this week get to play the Cardinals or Rams. I like the it's in Tampa. I don't think the weather's a big. Obviously, the weather shouldn't be. It could be rainy, but besides that, it was windy there this week, but didn't seem to affect the passing game for the Buccaneers. I don't know. Is there, if you see the Cardinals or Rams go there, is there a difference to you in the game? Do you think the Cardinals or Rams go out there and win? And I don't think the Buccaneers. And to be honest, last year the Buccaneers, I didn't think they were playing really well, and they were playing good. They weren't nothing. They just went into the playoffs and won. That's what was weird about them last year.
They're doing right now.
And but I got to stick with the Rams because I picked the Rams-Bills Super Bowl, and the Rams are going to win in L.A. So I have to stick with the theme I've had the year before. So I hoping the Rams advance tonight.
So Rams got to go Cardinals, Bucks, and probably Packers. Yeah. That's a tough road.
Or San Fran, a team they can't beat.
Right.
They have trouble with.
Well, that's true, and that it could go the other way. But I mean, more the most likely path right now.
If the Rams do that gauntlet,
they deserve it.
They deserve it.
Yeah,
they do.
That's a tough path.
What do you think? Do you think Tampa? Do you think that? I mean, there's a chance, but if you're looking at the game, I'm going to guess this is going to be a 3-4 point spread. Either way, 3-5. Do you like the Cardinals or Rams to beat Tampa? I mean, it can happen. I think it's going to.
I won't know until tonight. I see how the Cardinals come out. Cardinals could be really flat and just get their ass handed to them tonight, or if,
and it depends how. To be honest, it depends how the Rams look defensively. They go out there and play really well. You'd be like, okay, this is gonna be a match.
team. The Rams are good.
The Rams are, and once again, another team that's well coached. They really are.
Yeah,
McVay's done a really good job. I mean, he has a good roster, but he's done a good job. He knows how to coach offense. He knows the defense. Who's the defense coordinator there? I know he's a guy that's pretty. Is it Greg Robinson?
I think you're right.
Not Greg Robinson. No. Steve Spagnuolo is in Kansas City.
Kansas City, right? Yeah.
I don't know, but the coach of the Rams, I believe he is a pretty well-known guy.
Help us out here. Anybody know?
So what do you guys think? Yeah, Cardinals, Rams.
I mean, if
it's tough.
If
I know
Arizona comes out and looks like world beaters tonight, I was be like, they could probably beat them then.
Well, I think if Kyler can do what he does,
that's what I mean.
But the problem with what's affecting Kyler besides just being banged up like he was last year, I think not having Hopkins is killing him.
It's going to hurt.
I really do. He needs that. Every quarterback. I mean, if Davante Adams went out for the Packers would survive because it's Aaron Rodgers. But if let's say you took away, I mean, and Brady survived yesterday without half his receiver. He
still got Mike Evans.
But I mean,
and Gronk.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a lot of weapons.
I mean, he'd be okay. I think Rodgers would survive. But for a guy like Kyler Murray, young, that's a security blanket. I'm going to drop back when I'm in trouble. Hopkins knows what to do. He knows to get open and get me out of trouble. And I don't think they have that
the
guy.
Packers go in and say they only got Lazard, and you put Jalen Ramsey on him or something, Rodgers is throwing Aaron Jones out of the backfield all day. Yeah. He ain't going to get it makes it tough.
So, I think Hopkins is affecting. But like you said, it's hard. It's hard to pick. I like the Buccaneers at home over the Cardinals, but I like the Rams in an upset, I think. I like the Rams in the upset in Tampa Bay. I really do.
I think it would be an upset, really. I mean, I know
Tampa's going to be favored, so it'd be Tampa would be favored by 3 or 4.
Once you get to that next week, I mean,
and
those
remember,
games should all be pretty tight.
I know it's a rematch game too. I mean, it doesn't matter, but earlier in the year, the Rams mopped up the field with Tampa Bay. I know it was early in the year; it doesn't matter. They beat them pretty good. I'm pretty sure.
Tampa's hurt though, man. They got a lot of guys out.
Well, they got a bunch of guys back this week. They're still missing one of their corner, but they got a lot of guys back, and I didn't know they got as healthy. They got 2 of their linebackers back, and they got one of their Pierre Paul back too.
Oh yeah.
So they got a lot of guys back. So I mean, and their defense, when you're playing a team that runs the ball 1,000% at a time, it's easy to. I mean, they were putting 8-9 men in the box and saying, Jalen Hurts, throw the ball. We'll see what happens.
And it didn't work.
It was good defense.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles did a good job yesterday, and so yeah, I
they called their bluff that Jalen Hurts was a quarterback.
Yeah. So what do you think, Willie?
I think, it all depends on whether Kyler Murray can bring in his inner Bruce Lee, because that's who his guy is.
Oh,
Bruce
really?
Lee. Oh, yeah. So, I mean,
Murray can give you fits if he's having a good
game.
game.
He just has to be able to play with pain. That's what Bruce Lee did. He'd have pain.
Murray's
He'd go out there and kick the crap out of
Murray's
guys.
dangerous. Can run around. He can actually throw the ball. He's dangerous, and he has. I mean, even without Hopkins, he does have better receivers than a lot of teams do. I mean, Kirk and Moore, and then they got Ertz now. They're not over the top guy. Or AJ Green too.
Yeah,
he may play a big part in this.
He'll get a couple catches probably.
Yeah, he'll get. Yeah. So
how many times you guys had AJ Green on your team? He was injured for most of the season, right?
I'm going to tell you, I've had AJ Green on my team for probably about 9 or 10 straight years now. Or maybe a year missed here or there. Always waiting for that comeback year.
Yeah.
He comes back, plays 2 games, puts up 30 points, and then
comes
is out.
Brings out his best game.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen with him? I mean,
been doing it for years,
right?
So
this year I got him for $1, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
So the other game, we talked about the next week's game. That's a tough game since nothing's going on with it. Other game, big game yesterday, Cowboys, 49ers, and the 49ers get out of Dallas with a win 23-17. Strange game we talked about earlier, just kind of sloppy. The Mike McCarthy thing today, people talking about him might getting fired, blah, blah, blah.
Put him on the hot seat.
Hire
Benchwarmers hot seat.
Okay.
But I makes me laugh because, and they'll elevate Kellen Moore to be the coach. Well, Kellen Moore's offense looked like garbage yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, people want to beat up McCarthy. I get it, and it cracks me up when the same, and not all. I knew a lot of Pack fans that weren't a fan of McCarthy, but a lot of them that love McCarthy now they hate him and because he whatever. But the thing about it is weird to me is that beginning of the year when the offense was the team was playing great and McCarthy had nothing to do with it. People were saying it was all Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn. Now when they lose, it's all McCarthy's fault. And here's my biggest problem: when you go into the playoffs, it's time for the players to be disciplined and run the right. We're over that. To line up offsides 3 times in a game is not Mike McCarthy's fault. Okay, that is far from it. Okay, unless they're lackadaisical in practice, and Dan Quinn's the defense coordinator. Does he allow that? Do you want him as your head coach if he allows that? Remember, Dan Quinn was the coach of the team that was up 28-3 and lost in the Super Bowl, and he was a defensive he was a defensive guru at the time. So remember this. I mean,
and that was a good defense too.
Yeah, and I think Mike McCarthy he's been always suspect in clock management. I get that. I understand that, but. Like, today, it was funny. I was listening to Keyshawn Johnson, of all people, defending him like there's like, do you think someone made a comment? I think it was Jason Williams, because Jay Will and Keyshawn.
Will, yep.
And I was listening on the way home because Sylvia and Waddle must have been off today.
It was all.
Is that the basketball player, Jason Williams?
Yeah, he does a radio show.
The
pretty interesting.
They're pretty good in the morning now. They got
Keyshawn's
Max Kellerman in there.
Yeah, Keyshawn's not
That's
bad.
the motorcycle stunt rider.
Yeah. So what happened was Jason, during the conversation about the Cowboys, Jason Williams goes, so is Jason Garrett really any worse than Mike McCarthy? And Keyshawn, get out of here, he said. Come on. Mike McCarthy's won playoff games, been to playoff games, and he's won a Super Bowl. Even Keyshawn said some things on the cert, but that's get out of here with that question. That's not even a question I'll answer, he said. And it's true. Yeah. It's very true, because think about it, when Garrett there, they couldn't do anything right. I mean, at least, remember, his first year was last year, McCarthy's, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's only second year.
Had no Dak Prescott. That's huge, obviously. This year, they had their ups and downs. They were up, down, up, down. And I think you hit it on the head when you texted yesterday. I really believe their misuse of Tony Pollard cost them more than they think.
Dude, he didn't get one rush in that game.
He should. I think Zeke Elliott. I really think that Zeke Elliott. I don't know how his contract's set up. I have no idea how it works. I know our salary cap things. But if there's any way they can get rid of Zeke Elliott, I make Tony Pollard my running back next year.
You beat me to the question.
Yeah, easy. It's not even close. I mean, Tony Pollard is way more explosive. You can. It's not the same. This isn't Zeke's fault. This is just part of being running back in the NFL.
He's getting paid $20 million a year or whatever as a running back.
And the thing is, he Zeke will run through a brick wall, and that's why he's at this stage in his career, because he can't get healthy. He can't stay healthy anymore. And I don't get me wrong, I like Zeke. He's a good NFL running back, but right now
he's pretty
Pollard.
too.
And Pollard, like you said, where is the sharing, getting Pollard involved? Put them both back there. I don't know. And I'm saying this not to defend Mike McCarthy, because to me it didn't matter. I didn't have anything on the game. I think I picked the Cowboys, but does that really matter if I got my pick wrong?
I picked the Niners.
But I'm just saying that to be honest, this is stuff that we're looking at, and here's what I'm questioning right now. Who makes the decisions on when Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott? Does it Kellen Moore? Is it Mike McCarthy? Then we don't know. I don't know sitting here.
We don't know that. And
it's a package thing, and I think your coordinator would call your packages.
You would think, though, that, a couple days before, they're like, okay, we got to get Pollard 15 touches. He's explosive. They only had him in, I think it was punts or was it kickoffs?
Yeah, he
returns. He has some decent returns.
Yeah. It was
kickoffs
really because I think CD caught a couple of the punts,
and
somebody ran into him.
I just think
they
missed a huge chance with him.
I agree,
and that may have been a difference in the game. I mean, who knows? They lost by 7 points, and I mean, Rex Ryan, a guy that what he says I don't even listen to half the time. Today he made a comment. They weren't even in that game. That game wasn't. They weren't in the game. What game were you watching? It was 23-17. The Cowboys. If they didn't get a holding call on defensive holding, they would have been getting the ball back with 2 minutes left, and they probably would have drove down and probably scored, because at that time they had momentum. And then they took the ball down to the 20. The clock ran out, which is their own fault, but in the game is just ridiculous to say, they weren't even in the game.
San Francisco made a couple big errors.
Well, they had two almost turnovers again, two in a row.
But Jimmy G's always good for one. That.
Kittle almost fumbled at one time.
Yeah.
He fumbled and it ran out of bounds.
They had the roughing the punter when they had him driven all the way back to like the 5 for no reason.
Yeah, so nobody's questioning that. I mean, I like Kyle Shanahan. I'm a huge fan. And I don't know, once again, whose decision. But when you're up by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, I'm not trying to block a punt.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, I want the ball.
And 2 guys hit him. It wasn't just that one idiot.
I want the ball, and I'm going to just take the ball and do what I've been doing all game. Drive down. If I get one more field goal, game's over. That's all I need.
Then they had the 4th and inches play, and they snap it before the guy's set.
Yeah.
And then they got a punt.
Yep.
The game would have been over right there.
Mm-hmm. So
I mean, I'm going to tell you, if San Francisco plays that way next week, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I think they'll come back and.
Well, because like you said, Jimmy
crisp.
G's good for an interception. He's gonna screw up. But going back to talking about Dallas here a little bit, they're the most penalized team in the league.
Yeah, they set a tied a record.
127 penalties for 1,103 yards.
They tied a record yesterday, 14.
That was the difference in the game, because San Francisco did not play that well. They could have easily lost that game.
San Fran played good like the first 3 quarters, and it was weird. They just kind of they started doing stuff uncharacteristic. It was like they almost were like, oh, you know what? Now we're going to try doing this. And when they threw the ball, when Jimmy G threw the pick, I thought there was no reason to make even call
why
that
were you
play.
throwing?
Yeah, just run a screen pass, get Debo in space, something like that. Don't. And I'm not that I don't trust Jimmy G, but the thing is that why even take that chance? There's no point. I wouldn't trust in that situation. Any team, the Buccaneers, the Packers, all these teams with good quarterbacks, they're going to probably play it safe and let their defense get on the field and make a play.
I didn't even know what.
And they all have good defenses.
Yeah.
San Fran is a good defense. So I didn't understand the play call.
I went out of the room. I think I grabbed cookies because I ate a lot of cookies yesterday because I watched all the games right back to back to back.
1 cookie for every point he saw scored.
Yeah. Oh, at least. And
a glass of milk for every extra point.
No, I was actually making chicken soup and making some bread, so I had to keep going out to the kitchen. I come back and I'm like, what the hell just happened? He threw a pick. I missed it.
Yeah.
Like, why were they throwing there?
Yeah.
And then you get the 4th down inches, and it was a mess. That second half of that game was a shit show.
So the 49ers are going to go visit Green Bay this week, Saturday night, 7:15 start. 5.5 point favorites, the Packers are. Early forecast, going to be cold.
0.
0, 1,
0
2,
with
3.
That's a ways out.
But we know how the cold weather always works for him. Ask Mike Vick,
Yeah. I think this is a rematch. We always tend to forget the rematch. This is a rematch of a Packer 30-28 win in week 5 or 6. Actually, I believe the Niners were down 17, came back, took the lead in the 4th, and 30 seconds left. Rodgers drove down for a field goal. They got a field goal and got the win. Back then, both teams were different, obviously, but the biggest thing is that in that game, I believe the Niners are missing a few running backs. That was when they were really kind of depleted, I thought. They only ran for it was amazing that I thought it was amazing that they actually had a chance to win that game, only running for 60 or 70 yards, I think, or 80 or so. It was kind of weird, but whatever. I don't see a replay of what happened a couple of years back, 2020, with them running for 300 yards. That's not going to happen. But that's the biggest thing the Packers only have to worry about. They have to worry about there's two guys I would worry about, and this sounds dumb when I say this because besides the running game, there's two guys you have to worry about. And George Kittle is the obvious one. He's been very quiet for the last 3 weeks. And then George Kittle is become my favorite player in the NFL because he is hands down the best blocking tight end in football.
Yeah.
Not even close.
You're right.
It's not even close.
Pisses me off. He's so good at blocking.
I think Kelsey does it well. I think Kelsey blocks well. I think there's a lot of good tight ends. I think Gronk's a decent blocker, but I think George Kittle, he mangles offensive linemen. It's not like he pancakes offensive linemen. And the other guy is Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel has transformed in the last 5-6 weeks and became this different guy. I don't know. Is it enough? I don't know. One guy. I mean, the Packers are pretty complete right now with what they're doing. And then you have Brandon Ayuk, another guy who's caught a bunch of balls in the last 3-4 weeks, came on too. But it all comes down to Jimmy G and what he does with the ball. And as Willie pointed out, he always likes to turn the ball over. He's got that. People like Jimmy G because he smiles all the time. He's Jay Cutler kind of a little bit. He makes that mistake and everyone's like, what was he doing there? What was he thinking?
He's a better looking Jay Cutler, but not as cool.
And I like the Packers in this game just because they're at home. I think they get the week off. And I think you sent it or someone sent it, or maybe I read it. Maybe one of you guys sent it to us.
I sent a lot of shit this weekend.
The one that it's pretty big, and I never really think of it this way. We've talked about this, but I know he's won a Super Bowl. And I understand he's always going to have a Super Bowl win, but this is a big, big run for Aaron Rodgers. And the reason why is because it's almost like he has to make right for what he did last year, and not nothing about the fact. I'm talking about what he did last summer, and then hemming and hawing and saying, blah blah blah, I don't want to be here. And I think his chip on his shoulder, and he always plays with chip on his shoulder. I think he always has something to play. But I don't know. I think this year is different for them. Like I said, I think the NFC is winnable, just the way, and especially not having to play the Rams or Cardinals is huge for the Packers. I think those are tougher matchups. I think they still beat both of them, but I think they're tougher. And I think the Cowboys losing because the road got a little easier because I think, and I was going to say if they get up on them and they're in trouble, but they were up 17-0 and couldn't hold them off. So I don't know. The playoffs are different, and I like Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan is just as good as coach as Matt LaFleur is, if not better, because he has the same talent at his positions, and he's shown. I've always liked, you guys know me and Shanahan. I love the guy. I love the guy, and I remember. I wish Eric was here so he can give me that dirty look, but I remember
where is Eric, by the way? Shouldn't he be on by now?
We all looked at each other, and back when it was, I think we talked about this last week, Monday, we talked about it when we were doing our draft. Week 8, we are always sitting there going, the NFC West, there's still a chance. We get those 3 teams, the Rams and Carter, but that 49ers, and Eric's like, no, they're done. They're done, and they're not going to be there. I'm like, man, they got we all said it. Mm-hmm. They have the right parts. They just have to get them going, and they did what they had to do.
You think the difference is coaching?
I believe Shanahan does I think he does a great job. I really, and they have their D coordinator is who the hell is he? He's another guy that's pretty up there too. I don't know.
Where's Sparky at?
But they do a great job. They do a great job. They have the thing with them. Their parts are not as good as a lot of teams, but they just go out there and they compete. They just play well. Like that 2 years ago, remember they were terrible and they didn't make the playoffs. They were 6-10.
Yeah,
but every game down the stretch, they were they beat 2 playoff teams and took another one to the last minute, and they missed the playoffs. But it was like this team, when they get healthy, they get better. And every team's like that. Obviously, teams get healthy, and the Packers have a lot of guys coming back too, which is going to be a big thing. And I sorry, I'm talking a lot. But the biggest thing...
That's what the show's for.
But the biggest thing is...
and your microphone.
If Matt LaFleur is listening, which he probably is.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he has listened to our show before.
Put Aaron Jones in the slot and be done with it. Just win the game. Have 10 to 15 plays where he lands up in the slot, Dillon in the backfield,
And you can do so many things with that. It's not even funny.
It's kind of what San Francisco does with their different
with
sets.
Debo.
Yeah.
You know?
Debo, Ayuk, and that who's the fullback? Jerser?
Yeah.
He'll line up in the slot every once in a
That
while.
guy likes to hit too.
Yeah, he's another guy. He's the only fullback left in the league. There's only a couple. The guy from JP Richard from Baltimore.
That guy from UW Platteville, Ingler.
Oh, Ingold. Yeah, he plays for. Oh no, he plays for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right? Alex Ingold.
You know what I saw? Dan Arnold went to Platteville too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Huh. So what do you guys like? Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
Here's the other thing too. I mean, just talking about. Remember Debo Samuel was out the first part of the season. Remember he was.
He was up. He did play in the first pack. He did play in that first game.
First game, but then he had that foot or ankle, whatever it was, and he just wasn't himself. And I can remember him being out for quite a while because I drafted the guy, and I got rid of him because. I'm like, this guy's never going to do anything.
He's been dinged up the last, how many years is this, his third year?
I think
it's
so.
his third.
I believe it's third. Yeah.
And he's been dinged up all 3 years, I believe.
Yeah,
he's small. I mean, he's going to get hit.
So it's 5.5 points. Green Bay, cold. I think
You thought it would be a lot higher than that, didn't you?
I thought it'd be upwards of 7 or 8, but, I mean, you're getting divisional playoffs now. These teams, it doesn't matter. I mean.
I think that game's a lot closer than everybody thinks. I mean, that could be a tough game for the Packers. If they don't get ahead, if this is like dragging on in the third quarter and
here's what happens though. It's almost, no matter what people think or say, like you just said, drags on. You start doubting yourself then.
Yeah.
The Packers start going, man, this is happening again.
These guys are bullying us.
They've never beaten San Fran in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I mean, I remember that Wayne Simmons game back in the 90s. They destroyed them.
Maybe it was their 0-3 in the last 3 times. The last 3 times because they lost the Terrell Owens game,
the Kaepernick game,
the Kaepernick game, and they lost the one a couple years ago. Maybe it's at home. I think it's at home. They haven't beat the Packers at home because or lost to the Packers at Green Bay because they beat them in Green Bay with the Wayne Simmons game.
That was in San Fran. Yeah, I remember that.
Candlestick.
He was a madman
that
game.
That might have been it.
That was like 95, 96?
That might have been their first trip to the Super Bowl. You might be right.
I'm going to tell you, I still remember that game, and I don't remember a lot of shit now. I'm forgetting everything. He was a madman in that game, just destroying guys and just hitting guys at the line and breaking up. It was pretty impressive. I don't know. It could be it go either way. Just like any one of these games can.
Who do you?
I think a big thing is Bosa. He's in concussion protocol right now.
Out of it. He'll be out of it. There's no way he's staying in it.
He's playing.
But Fred Warner's the bigger one.
I was going to say Fred Warner is another one, too.
He has an ankle, right?
He said he's coming back.
Yeah, they said he was fine. He could have came back. He looked terrible when he went down. I was like, he's done.
But you can't. The concussion thing, and if you don't get past the NFL doctor, wink, wink.
I don't think Rodgers will. I mean, he's going to get sacked by him, of course.
Hold on. Shake your head. Sounds like peaches, not pears. Get in there.
I don't think the pressure type thing like that bothers Rodgers as much. He'll roll away from the pressure. They'll figure out something. They always do. And he doesn't get sacked.
I think there's built-in confidence for the 49ers. They played this team. A lot of these guys have played this team and been like, we played them. We played them early in the year. We had them on the ropes.
Yeah.
I mean, so both teams.
They know each other.
I don't think this. I don't. And to be honest, Garoppolo makes some mistakes, but Garoppolo is not a guy that seems to shudder under pressure. He goes. He plays. Does what he has to. He does what he has to do in certain big games.
I mean, if the Packers get up 14 or whatever, it's going to be tough for him to come back. He's not going to throw yourself out of a hole.
Yeah.
You learned a lot from TB. Yeah.
Tom Brady. Yeah. So I don't know. I have 5.5. We'll make our picks this week, but I just kind of think the Packers win. I think they win. I think they cover that. I think.
Yeah, their game is the losing that championship game. That's what that team's built to.
But
lose.
if this team, I'm just amazing. But I mean, who do you like in the game? 5.5. Packers or giving 5.5 to
the Packers are going to win. They're going to probably win by more than 5.5.
So you like the Packers?
Yeah.
Who do you like, Willie?
That's less than a touchdown.
They're
at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Packers.
You can always meet your picks later. We can always change it, but
right.
So I was gonna say the other thing that I was thinking about in this game was I forgot now.
That speed kills the Packers. So at least in the past year it has.
What would happen? And like I said, I think they're gonna win this game. But what is the mindset if they lose this game?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. This is.
I mean,
this
think
might be
about it.
Rodgers' last stand right here.
Think about
Possibly next year, but
Well,
they're going to
we
lose
looked it up.
guys. They're going to lose a lot of guys.
But we looked it up.
Lazard's a free agent.
How-
Adams a free
But
agent.
how much? I think like $40 million.
45.
$45 million Rodgers is owed next year. Okay? And even if they give him a new contract, he's still going to get the same amount of money. They're not going to give him less than Mahomes.
Right.
He's going to get 40. So what do they do? What do they do next year?
I think there's a little
Give him
increase.
a Bobby Bonilla deal.
Well, but Adams' franchise tag will be 26.
Yeah,
if they
they
franchise
can
tag
do
him.
it.
Yeah.
They can keep those guys, but what they're going to have to do is cut Bakhtiari.
And Bakhtiari, I think, is a
Zadarius
fine
Smith
cut.
is going to be out.
One of those Smiths got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be guys cut to keep that team. This is, to me,
And Kevin King's a
You've
one-year
got-
deal. They can cut him.
you got to
He'll be
win.
done.
You got to win this year. They've got a great path to the Super Bowl.
Minus-
Tampa's beat up.
Minus the draft pick problem, obviously, that the Rams have. They're in the same situation as the Rams because you have draft picks, but you're not going to have the talent that you're going to have right away. You're going to lose talent.
Yeah, I think the Packers got more young talent than the Rams. The Rams got a lot more veteran talent.
But I'm saying if you lose Rodgers, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
you
you
say he does. I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
It's hard to say.
it's a weird situation. It's just now money comes involved. Now it's
I
not
guess
about.
we'll just hear about it for the whole offseason during baseball.
You're right.
We'll just listen.
Mo money, mo money, mo
Maybe we can
money.
get Rodgers on the show.
Oh, well, wait, hold on. No, he just texted me, Will Ferrell. He'll be on in a few minutes.
Okay.
He's checking in. I just thought. Sorry.
He's filming Elf too.
He's
right
streaking
now, I
through
think.
the quad.
He's freaking through the quad.
No, I think he's filming Elf too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's top secret.
So we all like the Packers. What'd you
Yeah,
say?
Packers.
We all like the Packers to win the game in Green Bay this weekend.
Could be a struggle, though.
It's a late. I just think that short week also not an excuse, but it's tough. I mean, it's tough to team. But with Warner having a bad ankle, one less day to walk. I don't know. I think they're good enough to. I think San Fran is good enough to beat them, but I don't think.
I got
they
a
will.
question for you. You guys know more about this football stuff. When do the Niners come to town? Like when say they got a Saturday night game, do they fly in
Friday?
Do they get to practice at Lambeau then?
No, they'll just do. They'll
Like a high schools.
They won't see Lambeau until they'll
the
do
game
they just
until
do
3 hours before game. Or,
Yeah, I think a lot of teams just do walkthroughs in the hotel convention room, in conference halls. They actually walk around and go.
This
through
was a
plays.
question that came up today at
Yep.
work, and people
Yep.
were asking me. They're like, "You're a basement bench warmer. You know a lot of stuff," and I was like, "You would be surprised how much I don't know."
Yeah, they go the night before, and a lot of times they don't have practice. Like the Super Bowl, you go a week before, so you have practices.
Right,
But this is a normal game.
Because the Super Bowl they practice at like a college field.
They may have a short practice in the morning in San Fran on Friday. They probably will. They'll get on a plane. They'll fly to Green Bay. They'll be in by dinner time. They all meet.
They're going to be out at all the club. All
They
in Green
have
Bay.
their meetings. They have a meal together. They have a walkthrough. Like they actually stand around and walk through plays in like a big conference hall or whatever in a hotel. And then they go to bed and get up and go to the Lambeau. And they'll have the all day.
They have all day on.
Yeah, so
might be a tough game for them traveling like that.
They'll do breakfast and who scored?
OBJ.
Oh, Jace.
I was going to
That's big.
draft
Double
him.
the points for Jace.
Oh, I'm already out. I'm out. My team shit a brick.
So night before. So
I'm glad I learned something new.
Eric's here, so we're gonna show's over. You guys have a good one. Take care, everybody.
Party's over.
Yep, have a good
Yeah,
night. Let's bring him in.
Wouldn't it have been funny if you would have
That's
missed?
Tell him when he hears the bell what it is.
Can you imagine if he would have missed Will Ferrell? He'd have been pissed.
Eric, can you hear us? Eric, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
How are you?
Good.
What's on your
Yeah?
face?
What's on my face?
Yeah. You look in the mirror before you came out?
No, is there something on my face?
No, he's messing with you, I think.
Jeez.
We don't even have the screen up.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. So, what's up, man?
I'm trying to figure out what's on my face, but I guess that's just a joke, huh?
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
we're
the
full of
fancy
them
little
today.
corners. Oh, look, it's a little
Oh,
snow,
wow.
snowman. Oh, let's leave that up. That's cute.
Did the dad joke
No, not
portion
yet.
start already?
We just got done with talking about 3 of the 4 games this week, and we're going on the
Just finished the
4th
Packer
Just
game,
finished talking about this week's Packer game.
Oh, good. I don't want to talk about it, so that's good.
We all picked the Packers to win.
Yeah, what do you got?
Did you? Obviously I would pick them to win. But
I just said all I said was beware of Debo.
yeah, it just makes me nervous. In the history with the 49ers too, I don't know. I mean, it's the playoffs. You'd be nervous. You're nervous about anybody that you play.
Double reverse.
Okay, so are you? Is that you don't want to say anything? You want to talk about it? You want to jinx it anymore?
Yeah, I don't want to jinx anything. So
Okay,
I won't talk
so
about
our
it.
next game we're going to talk about that was played this past week was Steelers Chiefs. Chiefs win 42-21. Big Ben's last hurrah. We all believe it's over for him. The Chiefs. Do you know the fun fact of that game? In 11 minutes and 31 seconds of game time, Pat Mahomes threw 5 touchdowns.
Crazy.
All for Eric's fantasy team. Nice.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 fantasy teams.
Too bad Travis Kelce took your last one.
Yeah, I had Kelce in the.
Oh, look it. He's frozen in time. Look, he looks like Han Solo at the end of the movie. Hey, you back? You were froze.
Did I freeze?
Yeah. You look like you were picking
I
your
got
nose.
a little note saying that there was connection issues on the stream.
Oh yeah.
From who?
I don't know. It flashed and went.
Oh
away.
yeah, it's probably we didn't get it. Yours is yellow for some reason. I don't know why. Ours is green over here, so maybe it's something with your Wi-Fi. I don't know. Oh, it's back up to green. Well, anyway, we'll keep rolling here. So Chiefs win. Mahomes' big game. Steelers, Big Ben's last hurrah. The other game that matches up with this game, Bills and Patriots. Bills' big win, 47-17. We talked earlier, the Bills played the perfect game, the first one in NFL history, I believe it was. Touchdowns on every single drive. The only time they didn't score was the 2 times they knelt down. So big game for the
Well, they did have the missed extra points, though.
Yeah. Well, that's,
then it really would have been a perfect game.
Yeah. So we have the Bills going to Kansas City.
It's a hell of a game.
That'd be a great AFC Championship game.
We should have did this last year.
Yeah. Good call. So who you guys like in this game? Bills and Chiefs. Willie, start it off. And right now the spread in that game is -2 Chiefs, so it's pretty close to a pick 'em. So actually the odds makers like the Bills a little bit because usually it's 3 points free at home. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I'm going with the Bills. I think they're having some fun here. I think they figured out a little bit on their running game there. So, I mean, they showed it towards the end of the season.
We talked about it last year. That was the big problem with them early in the year. They didn't run the ball. Now they're running the ball. They're running the ball better.
Yes.
That's huge. That's huge.
They had 174 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's nice.
And Josh Allen.
Against a good rushing defense. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he loves to run.
Yeah, he's a big body, too.
He is.
Yeah. I mean, how does he get just smoked on the sidelines and not a call for the poor guy?
Right.
He got lit up on that second or first drive. He run up, he throws it, he's a step out of bounds, and the guy just lights him up. No, they picked the flag up. I'm like, how?
He's still alive. We're going to pick the flag up.
He's only bleeding from one nostril.
Because he's smiling. That's what you get for smiling.
It was crazy. I'm sitting there going, how's the guy going to call? He just got, lit up.
After further review, the CT scan shows no brain bleed.
Yet.
We'll pick up the flag.
Oh, man. So you like the Bills, huh?
I'm going with the Bills.
How about you, Mr. Bradley?
I think it's going to be a hell of a game, but I have a feeling about the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl this year. So
3 Super Bowls in a row. Come on.
That never happens.
That hasn't been done in 3 years.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Bills.
The Bills.
I'm just, it's like pick 'em.
No.
You could have just flipped a coin.
No reason?
No, I mean, the Bills looked awesome.
This is another rematch of the early game of the year, and the Bills beat the Chiefs by 18 at Arrowhead.
Yeah, they played like crap at the beginning of the year. Now their defense is number 1 ranked in their last 10 games.
No, I understand. Yeah, I know. I was just bringing up the stat. I agree with Eric here. I agree with Eric. But like I said earlier, I have to stay with my Rams Bills. That's why I picked to go to the Super Bowl this year because the Rams are going to win in L.A. and at home. But it might be in Dallas, but Dallas can't win now.
You want me to give you a reason?
Why?
Mahomes throws picks. Allen hardly ever does. How about that?
Yeah, good pick.
Mahomes will turn the ball over.
Allen fumbles, though.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm going to go with Eric, but I'm going to pick the Bills, if that makes sense, because I have to pick the Bills.
Yeah, you think it's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to see a good game. I don't care.
If it isn't, I'd be surprised.
I want to see every game the rest of the way out for me, for me. I just want to see like a last-second field goal in every single game.
That might
entertain me.
That could be the best game of the playoffs and Super Bowl. It's a great matchup.
Yeah, I think, it's good. I like Andy Reid versus Sean McDermott. Dabble, the offense, Leslie Frazier. The staffs are loaded with coaches. It's like a who's who of everything in that game.
Enemy there too.
Enemy is and Steve Spagnuolo. You have a who's who of coaching and players. This is like a red carpet game.
I'm calling it right now. Kansas City picks it up in the second half after Andy Reid has his third heart attack. And it's only indigestion.
He looks like Farley. I need more sauce.
Sauce's cut.
But Kansas City pulls it out.
Baker's dozen, Bob.
When Buffalo's kicker misses an extra point.
Oh.
Tyler Bass.
That Eric, favorite moment of the year, right? That's good Bass.
Okay.
That's terrific.
So I've been hearing this for like 6 weeks. And my brother always badmouths the Packers. He says they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And a Mason Crosby field goal miss is going to cost them the Super Bowl.
Norwood.
Yeah. He said that's what's going to cost them.
Wide right.
They're going to lose. And he said
2.0.
It might not be like right at the end, but it's going to be, it's going to be a main one, and they're going to lose by like 2.
I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
He's been calling that from before the playoff, way before.
I like Mason Crosby, so I'd feel bad.
You should put some money.
He's
See if
having
there's
a rough year.
if there's that type of bet you can make.
Yeah, is he going to be able? That's another thing. Is he going to be able in these close games? If they have close games, maybe they don't have any close games. You don't have to worry about him.
That's what they're
He
hoping.
hasn't been that bad over the last 3 or 4 games, though. I mean, he's kind of gotten back on track. But
against all those donkey teams they played.
Well, he's just got to kick field goals. I don't know if the donkey.
Yeah, Cleveland, Minnesota with no quarterback in Detroit. Thank God he stayed hot for those games.
Are you guys watching the game or no?
Is it 7-0 still?
The Rams are trying to score right now. They're right on the goal line.
That's what she said.
I'd throw to Van Jefferson right now.
If it goes to OBJ, Jason's going to be going nuts.
OBJ almost had a touch. Just almost had one. He got it down to the 1.
And
now it's third. It's 3rd and goal.
Give it to the running back.
So is OBJ now happy he's got a quarterback thrown to him, or now is he mad again?
Michelle's in there.
Sony Michelle.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Van Johnson's not going to score for me.
But I think they might throw it here because they
Cooper
just tried
Kupp,
running
worst
it
first
twice.
pick ever. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Higbee. Here comes Higbee.
Here we go. Kupp's in motion. Stafford with the keeper.
Touchdown?
It's close. Hard. I can't even tell, man. It was just a pile.
So we all like, we don't like, we're split here a little bit. Bills, Chiefs. Well, don't forget to make your picks later this week. I'll remind you guys. Because tonight's game.
Can we pick tonight's game?
You can't.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't pick it until this game's
make
over.
the picks yet.
Yeah. So you know what you should look
I don't know
though.
if he got in.
I don't think I did very well this
Watching
week.
it right
I
here.
think Stafford's short here, guys.
It looks like to me from the. I think he's in.
You think so?
They haven't called it. I don't know, man. Oh, that little lunge there at the end, but the ball's these guys like, why do you have the ball back down by your hip when you're trying to lunge forward? You got to put that thing in the air.
So I went 3-2 so
clue.
far this week. I think. Let's see.
He's got it.
I thought I had a good.
Yeah, I know you guys did. So this week,
I picked the San Fran upset. I know that.
I think I changed mine to Dallas at the last second.
So now, it's not must
Or
not
did
be
I pick
updated.
San Fran? I don't remember.
It's not updated because it only says you 2 have 2 right, and me and Willie only have 1 right, but I have 3. I saw. So
I had 3 as well. I saw.
I don't know. So
I picked the first 3 games.
Hit the refresh button.
Oh, here they go. 3 and Ed, you're 4-1 so far. So is Eric, and me and Willie are 3-2, and we all have the Rams tonight, except for you have the Cardinals, Ed.
Yeah, I was going on a limb there.
No, it's still a lot of game, -4. So anyway, that's what's going on there. Let's go to.
That's done with football.
Yeah,
already.
football's done. Well, that's good.
That went
Did you guys do good, bad, and ugly?
Oh,
yeah, we did.
Of course we did.
Go ahead, give us 3 quick.
I'll give you mine. I won't talk about them. My good is Donna Kelsey. She was able to go to both the Tampa Bay game to watch Jason play, and then was able to get to Kansas City that night to see Travis. So,
1,300 miles.
What a mom! She raised two good, wholesome NFL footballers, and she was there for both of them. So that's my good. My bad, and you guys probably touched on this, is the 7th teams
That was my that was my ugly, man. We're on the same page tonight, man.
Yeah, well, you could go either way, but they didn't look too good. My ugly was the 14 penalties by the Dallas Cowgirls, especially Randy Gregory right at the end, who really got a penalty for it was just stupidity. I don't know what McCarthy is.
We talked about that as well.
It doesn't seem like there's any discipline.
Which one are you talking about? The tackling one?
Randy Gregory it was away from the play. It was a hands to the face.
No, that one was bad. He almost took the helmet off.
That was penalty number 14.
Well, we were talking about the tackle one, but like Scott said, it looks like he thought that was the ball carrier when he just
when he
grabbed
called
him
defensive holding on him.
Yeah,
which once again,
it was a sloppy game.
But the thing that bothers me, like I said, players have to play. Coaches, you can blame all you want, but the things that bother me is the 3 offsides by the Cowboys when they lined up offsides. They weren't like jumping. They were just their hands were just wrong. They can't tell where their line is. If the ball's on the 30, I have to be behind the 30. That's just basic. That's CYC coaching stuff.
The 49ers got the win, but I mean, they sure as hell tried to give it away with some penalties at the end as well.
Yeah.
Like the false starts and just it was sloppy. It was a sloppy fourth quarter. It was terrible.
It was a what I call it before, a shit show.
Yeah. That sounds
that whole end
right.
of the game. It was a mess.
Yep.
Okay, so that was your good Benny Ugly.
Thanks for joining, Eric.
Let's do a snake draft best play. What were you doing?
Well, I went to the office today. I got home a little late.
Why don't you come over here?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you can't infect us.
Willie probably has COVID right now.
I'm spreading it. Yeah,
I feel perfectly fine. I feel like I did a week ago.
Willie's got old vid.
Vid.
I got old
vid.
Oh
God, knock it off.
Willie doesn't get that anymore.
So let's do the greatest playoff performances. Snake draft. So let's start with Willie and go the other way around. Age before beauty. How's that sound? Willie, start us off with your best playoff performances. We doing this for snake draft.
So I'm gonna go with my. You guys were pretty young when this happened, but Kellen Winslow versus the Dolphins in 1981. How old were you then? You were like 9, and you were 11, 10.
Yeah, I remember Kellen
Eric,
Winslow.
You were like 8.
We were 8.
Like that. 8.
This is a historic moment in sports history.
It was a great game. Yep. So he 13 catches for 166 yards, and that 25-yard touchdown catch put the Chargers ahead in the second half. He also preserved 38 all-time blocking Miami's potential winning field goal as time expired. So, and then I don't know if you guys seen the picture when he's walking off the field.
Yeah.
The guy, he was.
It's a Hall of Fame photograph.
Hell yeah,
it's just
sure
incredible.
Eric.
Well, I'm gonna do one Packer one, and then I'm gonna exercise some demons with my other picks here. So, my Packer one is Aaron Rodgers in the divisional round against Atlanta in 2010-2011 playoffs. 31 of 36, 366 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. The 6 seed beating the 1 seed 48-21 in Atlanta.
That's a good game. Who's up next? Me? I got a couple. I'm going to go with Eric Dickerson with his 248 rushing yards and 85 against the Cowboys. Yeah, that's a good game.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with 2. I don't get many choose from the Bears, so I'm gonna go with 2 teams though. I'm gonna go with Buffalo's performance this past week, offensively. The perfect offensive
the greatest
game.
Performance ever.
And then I'm gonna go with the Bears defense on their run to their only Super Bowl. 3 games allowed 10 points, and so I'm gonna
not as good as that. Remember, I was talking about the old time football. That Canton team gave up 6 points or something the whole year.
So, Ed, you got
I'm coming back my way?
Yep.
And I've used this one before. Vernon Perry with the 5 picks or whatever. What do you have? Oh, how many was that? So everybody was out when he was this with the Oilers. He was a D-back. Earl Campbell was out. Dan Pastorini was out. Ken Burrow out. They had no chance of winning, but he had 4 picks. That's what it was, and a blocked field goal in one game.
Yep.
He carried the team on his defensive back.
Yeah, there you go.
I forgot how many. I thought it was 5, but yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4.
It was 4 and a blocked kick.
Right here. Eric.
1994, Ricky Running Waters. 24 carries, 118 yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns.
Where did
Pretty
Waters
solid
go? Where did
performance.
Waters go to college at?
Louisville.
No.
No, I don't know. I thought you were setting me up for one of those Randy Jackson.
Yeah, he went to Notre Dame.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Notre
Yeah,
Dame.
sure did. Yeah. Well, Willie, you got a
Notre Dame.
double pick.
Double pick here. I'm going to go, which I'm surprised now you guys went with already. Maybe you did, and I wasn't paying attention, so I'm going to save myself here. Frank Reich
Okay.
Yeah.
versus the Oilers. You know, engineered the
Houston
biggest
Oilers.
comeback in NFL history, 41-38. Do you remember that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
We all remember that.
You guys are a little bit
Oh,
older.
of course. I know exactly where I was.
Where were you?
In my my parents' house, and I couldn't watch it on the downstairs TV because they were probably watching like some soap opera or something.
Porn.
And I had to go up in my younger brother's room on his tiny little tube TV and watch it. I had to kick him off of his Atari or something, you know. But yeah, I remember that.
Do you know that Frank Reich also led the Terrapins back from a 31-point deficit, too, against the Miami Hurricanes?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Trailing 31 points in the greatest comeback in college football, they won 42-10 over the Miami Hurricanes in '84. Good Hurricane team, I'm sure.
They were down 42-10.
31-0.
Oh, and then one
Came back, won 42-40.
Okay.
Too bad he couldn't come back as a coach in that game against the Jaguars at the end of the season.
Yeah. Leave my guy alone, man.
Maybe he should
Sorry.
quarterback that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna get Aaron Rodgers,
right?
Yeah, I don't know. They're not committed to Wentz. I don't know if you guys talked about that. But.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk about it, but yeah, I saw that.
I got one more from 1982, guys.
82.
John Riggins versus the Vikings. 37 carries for 185 yards.
God, he had a couple good games.
Oh
like
man,
that.
and they won the Super Bowl that year as well. So
John
Riggins. I love that guy.
That was when, in '83, Joe Theismann. That was his one Super Bowl, right? Because he was out for the other one.
Yeah, because they won 3, but they won with Mark Rippon, Doug Williams, and Joe Theismann. Joe Gibbs won 3 different quarterbacks. I think he's the only guy to do that.
Right.
Joe Gibbs won with
Joe
3
Gibbs,
different 3 different quarterbacks, Super Bowls.
Nice.
I believe, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds
You are
about
correct,
right.
sir.
Eric.
All right, so I'll give some love here to the Tom Brady, the LOAT. 2012 wild card round, 363 yards, 6 total touchdowns, 45-10 victory.
What does
From the
LOAT?
LOAT.
What does LOAT stand for?
Luckiest of all time. Isn't that what we call him?
I know.
Oh.
I call him a winner.
And Gronk's coming with me.
Yeah, Gronk's coming with me. Great commercial. Is that what you're talking about? Commercial?
Oh, yeah, I was watching it today on my way home.
That's a great commercial.
I was just like, this is
The trade one?
Kills me.
Yeah.
Mom, get my football pants.
Mom, get my football pants.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. But you've seen the one lately with the trade, where it's through trade or whatever.
Yeah.
And the New Orleans is making a float.
Yeah. He goes, he ain't coming. Oh. Yeah, he ain't coming.
Awesome.
Did we play the thing yet where he was on that other show?
No, that was awesome. That was great.
Who was he? Do you guys have any idea what team he was talking about?
I don't know.
So this is before last year, and Brady's on there, and you think he's like, Beaver Cleaver, all white bread.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're getting some ideas around, where I'm going to go. And they're like, well, what'd you hear back from that team? And he goes, what? They're going with that MFer?
Yeah.
Over me?
Yeah.
And it kind of like lit a fire under him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that wasn't the Bears. But I don't know. You don't know who it was.
I don't know.
So.
It's your pick.
My pick?
Yeah, right? Eric, you just went, right?
Yeah, I just went.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kurt Warner against the Packers in 2009. Like 5 touchdowns. It was the second 379.
That was with Cardinals, right?
Yeah. It was his second 5-touchdown playoff game. So
yeah, that was a hell of a game.
That
American
guy,
hero.
That guy was legit, man.
That's where Rodgers got the face mask in overtime. We should have won that game.
Yeah, that game, what did it end up, 51-45 game?
Yep, it went into OT. We were down 30-plus points and came back. And, there was that face mask right when overtime started because we won the coin toss.
Have you ever been to a game where Kurt Warner played, Eric?
I don't think
I know he only played for a few years, really, you know.
Well, no, he played. I mean, he played for the Giants, played for the Cardinals, played for, obviously, the Rams. I don't think I ever went to a game that he played in.
Me and Scott did. What did he do? Throw 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, he had a good game.
He had a great game. He was pretty impressive.
I think Cutler had 3 that game, though.
Yeah, he did. Cutler in the
Greg
second
Olsen.
half. Yeah,
Greg
the
Olsen,
second
yeah,
half.
yeah.
And you're like, Greg Olsen. I'm like, I'm playing you, and I'm starting Greg Olsen.
No shit, of course.
Still remember that.
I'm going to go with Don Strock.
Best name.
The other half of that Charger playoff game, they were down 24-0 on the Dolphins with 12:05 left in the first half. Don Shula put in a Strock for Woodley, who was sucking. And what Strock did from 12:05 on the game in the first half, went 29-43 for 430 yards and 4 touchdowns. One coming on hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
Almost as good as Mahomes over the weekend.
38, and they ended up winning overtime, 41-38. That was the Kellen Winslow game also, same game. I only talk about winners, though, Willie.
So Chargers lost that game.
Yes.
Yes, because the Dolphins won that game. Yeah. Dolphins won the game, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, wow.
And my second one, I'm going to go with Peyton Manning. In his first postseason game against the Broncos, he went 22 or 26 for 377 and 5 touchdowns for a 41-10 blowout victory over the Broncos. So that's my second one.
And I'll go with the Broncos. No, I don't think anybody's brought it up yet, the drive. John Elway.
No, awesome.
That game where he finished off with 88 of 98 yards on the drive he threw.
Yep.
And gave him a 23-20 win over the Browns, which I was just talking about earlier. It was always the Broncos, the Browns, and the Bengals.
Yeah.
All those Brown teams.
All those Brown teams. Brown.
And he was on a sprained ankle, if I remember right. Wasn't he injured on that? Let me look at this.
He may have been, yeah. You might be right.
Ran for 56 yards on 4 carries with a sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All righty, Eric, you're up.
All right, we got to face our greatest fears head on, right? So this was one of the worst games I've ever watched in my life. 2013 divisional round. Ed's favorite kneeler, Colin Kaepernick. 17 of 31, which isn't great in the passing game, 263, 2 touchdowns, but 16 rushes for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers. So
it's like maybe put a spy on him.
Let's exercise those demons. I'm going to keep talking about all those times the 49ers kicked our ass in the playoffs over the last 5 years. So maybe karma will come back around. So
can I bring up how Eric always says we like he's on the fucking team?
Eric's like the locker room was tough at halftime, but we fought through it.
We got through it. Nice.
Eric's the guy snapping towels. That's all he does.
I took 2 shots of Novocaine in my knee.
I'll give out game balls too.
What you drinking? What's killing your COVID there?
Yeah, I mean, the beer of the week is Maker's Mark.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good beer.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you something. I think I know the problem with the Packers is that you're always with them. Don't join the team this week and they'll be fine.
He's dragging the team down.
I know. I'm sorry.
He's standing on the sidelines next to LaFleur. Yeah, I call that play.
Hey, good call.
He's the one that got
good call. I would have done the
fired.
same thing. I'd have done the same thing.
Yeah, good call.
Oh.
I'm his eyebrow groomer.
Nice.
Willie, you get a double header.
Chargers. By the way, the Chargers. No, I got the last one.
Just last. Yeah.
By the way, the Chargers won that game.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
They did. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought mine said 41.
I'm going to go.
I take losers, I guess.
Losers.
Good game, anyways.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going with the Peyton Manning 2003 wild card game. 22 for 26 passes, 377, 14.5 yards per attempt. Left the game in the fourth quarter with a perfect 158.3 passer rating.
Nice.
So 41-10 over Denver.
Okay. So what? I thought we had Eric. You had a question for us. I thought. No. Yes.
Well, I mean, just watching Roethlisberger and what is probably his last game.
What? Where'd you hear that?
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks.
Put him on the hot seat.
Hold on a minute, Eric. I got a call. Oh no, he just texted. Will Ferrell texted me. He's gonna be a few minutes late to our being a guest tonight. So
Will is.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's gonna be a guest tonight.
He said he could only do it by 5 minutes, but Scott got him on.
We'll get him on.
Oh,
he keeps texting. He's busy. He's busy. So anyway, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
All right, I can't wait to ask him a few questions. Ben Roethlisberger, so gritty guy. I mean, he had the one little. He doesn't have good bathroom etiquette, is what I guess it is. He likes to follow girls into the stall. But
you met him in a bathroom, didn't you?
No, in a casino. Close.
Yeah, Scott, that's right. Scott has a classic picture with Ben Roethlisberger. Like Roethlisberger's like in sweatpants with just big wads of money coming out.
I look like his 10-year-old son standing next to him with a goatee. Because he's giant. He was a monster.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Miami of Ohio. He ended up, I think he was the 9th pick that year. That was the year that Eli went
he was
one.
he was the 11th pick. Sorry.
He was the 11th. So Eli went 1, Rivers was 3, and they flip-flopped.
Rivers was 4.
Oh my gosh.
I know he's not happy because I printed it up so I could go over the stats because you asked, so I printed some stuff up.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm just speaking more subjectively.
All right, you're done, here. Eric. No, go ahead.
Is Ben did Ben have the most successful career out of the three of them, or who did? Who do you guys think did? Because in my opinion, I think Ben was. I mean, he was with some good teams with the Steelers, great defenses, but you could say the same for Eli with the Giants. I just think he was a gritty, tough quarterback, and he evolved too as a quarterback.
I give Manny and him are kind of a close tie for me because Manny has 2 Super Bowls too. And Manny actually had decent number in his Super Bowls. I believe Ben Roethlisberger still has the lowest quarterback rating in a Super Bowl ever in the first one they won.
Yeah, and that's why I say he evolved.
But he's a Hall. All 3 guys are Hall of Famers, I believe. I don't think there's any question.
Ben was such a game manager when he first started.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They didn't let him do much. They didn't let him throw the ball. They didn't want him to make any mistakes. And he went from that to kind of a gunslinger in a way. I mean, well, there's great teams. I mean, the second Super Bowl, he had the incredible play to Santonio Holmes, to beat the Cardinals.
Yep.
Just became more of a prolific passer, with Antonio Brown and when he had Bell and Brown and that whole that trio. I just think, in my opinion, he had the better career. He was a lot more fun to watch, I should say.
Not a huge fan of Rivers, but I think he actually was maybe the best quarterback out of the 3.
Probably, numbers wise, passing wise, probably. Just Roethlisberger to me was it was more of an interesting career.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, he was good.
Gritty guy. Yeah. I mean,
he was hard nosed, and Philip Rivers ran his mouth too much.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
So it wasn't a huge.
But I mean, like 14 kids.
Yeah,
you gotta get your words in when you can.
7, I guess.
Even last night when it just didn't look good for the Steelers at all. He's still in there grinding it out. I mean, they could have just pulled him out, but I'm sure he wanted to stay in and just give it everything he had till the very end. He seemed like more of a better competitor than the other 2 to me.
I wish he would have threw one more touchdown last night.
Yeah, right at the end would have been cool.
Anytime.
He looked like he had just no gas. He was out of gas at the end there.
But. So we're gonna hop in. It's Willie's because you're not here, Eric. Willie's. We're gonna hop in the Willie's beer tent. Willie brought us a beer.
God, I need 9 points.
I like beer because it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, because the beer, it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Beer is flippin' awesome and good.
Wow, what do you got there, Willie?
I've got something from Eagle Park Brewing Company.
Oh, I've heard of them.
You're My Only Hope, which is a sour ale with pomegranate and tangerine puree.
That'll pucker your butthole.
Wow.
And
my butthole too.
Are you saving me one of those?
Yeah, there's one here
there
for you.
One in the fridge?
I think me drinking it puckered your butthole.
I'm pretty sure it did.
There's a lot
I
of
started this all puckered up pretty good.
There's a lot of beers over here because you haven't been here for how many weeks now?
Got a high pucker proof in here.
Yeah,
it's been a few weeks. So
are you making us a drink when you come back finally?
Yes.
Your holiday drink?
What's that?
You owe us a drink, don't forget.
Yeah, I could do that too. I should be there on Monday, so I could do the drink, whatever you want us to do.
You're doing a drink. You owe us a holiday drink.
Jesus, you're supposed to do it like on the 13th of December.
No, it was a week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about this beer?
It's sour.
Great. It's good.
It's like
not
sucking
bad.
on a lemon.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a little. It's good. I like it.
It's a pucker beer.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a good game to go have one before we go to a Bucks game.
Yeah, actually, it's not bad. It's like a fruit juice almost or something.
Yeah, it's got the puree in it, pomegranate, which is really good for you, and tangerines,
Mm-hmm.
which
It's a healthy beer.
very healthy.
Can I update the stats for the game? Sure. Rondale Moore is the Arizona's leading receiver, 1 catch for 6 yards.
What's the score of that game?
14-0.
The Rams defense came to play a little bit higher. Are you watching it?
Well, the Rams got 14, or the Arizona's got 14 yards now, and going towards halftime.
Yeah,
14 yards.
A little sluggish, but they got a 3rd and 7 here.
Yeah. So we got some time here left. We got people have some things they want to talk about. What do you got on this? Any side notes today?
Sorry, -1 total yards with the sack. Some crap stuff I come up with.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, what do I got? Hold on a second. I wasn't
I do have to say.
Did you see yesterday? Oh, sorry, Willie.
No.
60 Minutes. You're seeing all the commercials. 60 Minutes was doing a thing on who betrayed Anne Frank. Did you see that?
I watched it.
Was it any good?
It was. They had a FBI guy doing the whole thing. It was like a cold case. And they figured out.
It's pretty cold. It's been 78 freaking years.
They got narrowed down to who they think it is because
And did the FBI say it had nothing to do with her being Jewish?
No.
Yeah. You mean like the
that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm saying.
One of the questions they asked him, would this go to court? He goes, no, because there's not enough. There's no video of it, which you need these days, and just not enough information to take the guy to court.
After that hostage situation yesterday, they said it had nothing to do with it being a synagogue, and I'm pretty sure the Germans weren't after Anne Frank.
Just scored.
The Rams did?
Yep, pick 6, I think. I took my eyes away. Yeah, Kyler Murray's about to throw a pick 6 here. Let's see. Nope, no. Oh, that is the stupidest play I've ever seen in my life.
Are you watching Fortnite's Packers highlights from a few years back?
Kyler Murray's getting tackled,
and he tries throwing it.
He just goes like this, throws it up like a ref throws a flag.
That's like what he
caught
watched
by the Rams and ran in.
He went to Texas A&M, taught that 2 is more than 7, I guess, to him.
It is so stupid.
Not Texas A&M. That's where he went. Yeah,
is he going to the Lamar Jackson School of Playoffs?
Yeah, maybe.
So anyways, I was still talking about 60 Minutes back here. So 78 years before they actually looked into what happened to Anne Frank. Wow, I can't wait for that big expose they're going to be having in 2099 about where the Wuhan virus came from. Sorry. We get too much politics. I don't know if that's
we saw that on the morning show.
Yeah. Eric, any side notes or tidbits from you?
Well, my side note is what the hell's wrong with the Milwaukee Bucks?
They didn't lose that game. They were up by 5 in the 4th.
They just lost. Yeah, they lost.
They lost tonight?
Atlanta. Yeah. Well, it was a 5:00 game. They lost.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
They were all at the strip club having lemon pepper loose.
Lemon pepper loose. Yeah.
Did you guys see the? Go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say, did you do any dad jokes? Because I actually have a dad joke.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, Mount Rushmore, before it was carved, its natural beauty was unprecedented.
Ah!
I don't get it.
Speaking of president's joke, did you guys see? I heard this. Maya Angelou's going to be on the back of the quarter now. So now for like football games, they're going to be like heads. Yeah, you got heads, both sides. It's going to be a head on both sides.
Yeah, on the back of the quarter?
Yeah, so you can get a couple moons, but no more goochers. I don't know. I just saw that back of the quarter's going to. That's what I heard.
That's good stuff right there, kids. Good.
Cardinals have -1 total yards.
I said that after I said -1. I thought it was 14.
And -7 is the passing yards.
Is Kingsbury on the hot seat?
No, not yet.
Kingsbury,
one more
they
year.
escorted him out of the building.
So did you guys see?
Here's positive yards to Ertz. Here we go.
That's what I need. Get a couple positive.
It's going to be another Frank Reich.
Did you guys
situation.
See that? Nike fired a bunch of their unvaccinated employees this week too. Yeah, so that was in the U.S. though. In China, all their unvaccinated employees were sent to camps where they were ironically forced to make Nike shoes. Didn't make sense. In one door, right back out the other. You know. Good thing is though, they're not vaccinating children under 5, so they can continue to make shoes for Nike.
Oh, okay.
So they're not getting fired.
Oh, yeah, that's all good.
Good.
They pay him well too.
Did Enos Cantor had a big tweet about that today?
Oh, Enos, yeah, Enos Cantor.
He's very good.
I like him.
I like him too.
He's becoming a bit of a hero.
Yeah, I got him marked now on my one of my accounts, and I get his stuff all the time. It's pretty good.
Any dad jokes, Willie? A couple?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of dad jokes here. All right.
I got a question for you guys.
All right. Where do baby cats learn to swim?
Pussy pool.
Ooh, that would be a great pool. Why don't we forget the roller rink? Let's go there.
How'd you like that, those chicks?
Dude, that roller rink was awesome.
What was her half shirt and her what was?
Oh, these girls were like Crandon 7s.
Did you see it, Eric?
I couldn't pull it up.
Is it something you sent via text?
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw it.
These girls were barely passable in Racine.
Oh, it was pretty bad. They were
roller skating
at the end, and then she go woo or something like that. It was weird.
Awesome. I don't know where it was. It looked like it was down south.
What was the answer to the pool?
The kiddie pool.
Oh, it was close.
You were right.
Kitty. Oh yeah.
Why are spiders so smart?
World Wide Webs.
Ooh. Web.
Oh, web browsers.
Web. Genary.
They can find everything on the web.
Webster's Dictionary. Webster's Dictionary.
Do it again, Willie. Do it again.
Say it again.
Yeah. They can find everything.
The question.
Oh. Why are spiders so smart?
Webster's Dictionary.
There you go.
Dude, that was dead on.
That was great.
Got it.
I can edit that out.
Did you hear about the circus fire?
Webster's Dictionary. I did it again.
Daniel Webster.
It was intense.
My gosh.
It's terrible.
I've heard that one a zillion times.
Have you?
Yeah.
I could tell you a joke about a pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
I was going to say that too.
We said this before. I wouldn't buy anything with Velcro.
I don't know.
It's a total ripoff.
I was working on that.
Total ripoff. Get it?
Yeah, the ripping
Get
part.
it? Yeah.
Off.
What's an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
The space bar. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. He told that to the kids this morning at breakfast when they're eating pancakes and sausage.
Not this astronaut. I like the hard drive.
Amber likes the escape key.
Maybe deleting another week or two if she listens to the show.
Oh my gosh, another interception. Rams.
Wow.
Another stupid play by Murray.
Who's that behind you? Is that Logan behind you, Eric?
Yeah, Logan's there.
No, that was my beautiful wife.
Oh, hi, Heather.
Yeah. She's on her way upstairs already.
Yeah, she just pressed delete too.
Yep. She doesn't understand the quarantine that I'm in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay out of my space.
You guys ever go on? Oh, I don't know. You guys have some more jokes?
No, I got just something to say. Today would have been Betty White's 100th birthday.
Yep, they're still doing a celebration for her because they already paid for the cake. Sorry, that's horrible.
But there's 3 other notable birthdays on this day. If you're interested.
Okay.
This guy played in the NBA. He played college ball in Milwaukee.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. How old is he?
I'm going to say 42.
He's under 40, isn't he?
He's got to be 39 or something, isn't he?
What do you think?
38. 38.
He's 40.
We were close.
40, okay.
We were all right around there.
This guy played hockey. He was a Blackhawk. Does play-by-play.
Eddie Olczyk?
No, another guy.
Savard? I don't know.
No.
I don't know who's left.
Jeremy.
Jeremy
Rodick.
Rodick,
He
yeah.
does play-by-play?
He's done it, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How old do you think that cat is?
Jeremy Rodick's going to be 52.
Yeah, I was going to say he's in his 50s.
I was going to say 51.
Ding, 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 ding.
God.
Nailed
there
it.
you go.
I know he's not that much older than us. Yeah.
And then it was this day in Illinois today. I mean, it was Martin Luther King Day, but it was this day also in Illinois. Famous boxer.
Muhammad Ali Day?
Yeah, sure it was. Yeah.
Was it?
Yep. And today's his birthday. He was born in 1942.
Not in Illinois, though.
No, he's from Kentucky, but
Yeah.
it's
He's from Louisville.
He's Louisville. Louisville.
I got two questions for you then. You brought a question on my mind. So, whenever they find, and this is sports related, it's kind of. So, whenever they find dirt on a politician that supposedly found a way to get out of the draft, it's a big thing, blah, blah. But in Illinois, they have a day that celebrates a draft dodger.
Yep.
True. It's very true.
I'm just asking. No, I'm not asking. I'm just making a statement. It's
I
weird.
mean, if you want to get really crazy, I mean, we were tearing down statues for guys from 200 years ago that may or may not have done something that was perfectly legal at the time. And MLK has a lot of dirt on him of stuff he's done, in his past.
Yeah.
And we're, celebrating him. I mean, can we just honor some of these guys for what they've accomplished and not digging it? I mean, because he's probably got worse stuff than some of those guys did.
So I got another question for you guys. This is more of a fun question. So if you guys interested?
Yes.
In going to
Bon Jovi.
the Hall of Fame induction that Devin Hester gets inducted.
That'd be pretty cool.
When's that?
I'd go.
Just to go to it. Just to go.
When is it?
It'd be in early August.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Is he in? He's not in yet.
No, but if he gets in, I just want to go. It was cool when I saw Urlacher.
Yeah, let's do it.
And it was fun.
Butler gets in too, Scott.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
If Butler gets in, I'm in for sure.
Leroy?
Because I got a package last time. It was like $500-$600 a guy, and we drove down, or $400, and you get this go.
It's so much fun.
You get passes to a bunch of stuff. You get some free meals. You get some free drinks.
Yeah.
And you get to go to the Hall of Fame game too.
Willie, have you ever done it?
I've been to the Hall of Fame.
But not the Hall of Fame weekend.
I have not been.
It was pretty cool.
I've never even been to the Hall of Fame.
It was legit. I was like and me, Jason Jarrett went. I was like whatever. And I got down there. I was like it was pretty sweet. I want to go again.
That's
like
cool.
I like to go like every time one gets inducted. Like if Tillman ever gets in or something like that or something, that'd be cool to go.
You're gonna have some time off here for a
When
while.
Favre went in,
Tillman,
it was
Briggs,
chaos.
Megan in later.
It was crazy. Favre's weekend was crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
But it was
weekend
a fun
I went
weekend too because he had other good.
Well, the
people.
weekend
He
I
had
went, it was
Marvin
crazy.
Harrison went in.
Well, the weekend I went, it was
And,
Urlacher and Ray Lewis.
Tony Dungy went in.
Yeah, and the Philly
at
fans.
the same time.
Terrible.
Yeah, let's say let's do a road trip.
Yeah, we could.
That'd be cool because I've never done it.
You could drive there. Obviously.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 8 hours.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, we could actually hit Cleveland on the way and stop Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No,
Yeah.
only way I'll go is if we go to Cedar Point on the way.
Ooh.
No, I'm not riding on any roller coasters.
Oh my God, Cedar Point's awesome.
We can stop in Cleveland, and maybe it works out. We can
Rock
stop in
and Roll
Cleveland Hall of Fame and see an Indian game.
Yeah, let's
There
do
you go.
that.
You guys want to do it? I'll plan it. I'll plan it all up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Once it happens, I'll let you
We'll
guys
take
know.
this with us.
I'm in.
I can wear my Indian shirt.
Yeah.
Finally, get to bring it out in public.
Guardians.
I think we could do a live show, like sitting. We'll just we'll do a live show from there.
Yeah,
we could
be bad.
Do a live show from Fathead Brewing.
Oh, there you go. I'll call them, see if we can do it.
Great Lakes Brewing.
Great Wings.
Oh, Great Lakes.
They would love it.
Hey, we can go to Great Lakes too then, Eric.
And we can go on the tour of the
Christmas Story House.
Yes.
Yes, I'm in.
Who said no to this? I might not be able to go, but I can go, but I
Scott's
can't get into
trip.
places.
Scott's putting a bus trip together. Who's interested?
No, I got a bus trip. It's called my Durango.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best bus. Yeah.
So my other question is, if you
Oh my God, Kyler Murray's terrible.
He's just terrible.
So his first playoff's not going like he dreamed about back in high school?
It's not going like Bruce Lee would do it.
So let me ask you, this is a serious question too. This is kind of serious. And I understand these athletes, they work hard and blah, 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 and whatever. And would you, if you had a say in it, and would you be okay with us participating in the Olympics? They are. But would you try to stop us participating in the Olympics in China?
If I was
if you had a chance to do something or make a stand for it, would you think
Definitely.
about saying we're not going there?
Definitely.
I'd do it just to piss them off.
Yeah, I mean, they just released a pandemic on the world. And who knows who else is involved in it, but they've covered up the whole thing, so we don't know.
Yeah.
And we're going to send all our top athletes over there to get who knows what. They're locking down cities right now.
Eric, what do you think?
Well, it's tough because, these people that are in the Olympics, especially in the specialty sports, have trained their entire life so that they could peak right at this point. This is what they've lived their whole life for.
How about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you guys. Whereas,
Well, I agree. I agree with you, Eric. Totally. That's kind of my path. It's tough. But how about the IOC moving it?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, if you take a stand and you could push for a move, get it moved, then I'm all for that.
Yep.
I'm just asking.
There's no reason they should be rewarded for, and that's just for their human rights violations are sickening.
Yeah,
sickening.
Mm-hmm.
Ask all the black guys from here how they're doing when they go to China or whatever. They're brutal over there. It's a very racist society, and I don't know how the NBA supports them. I know how because they give them money, but
it's money.
Yeah, it's all money. But
Adam asked how the Lions do this weekend.
I don't know, Adam.
Is he a Lion fan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he not ready for the Olympics? Isn't he playing?
I thought. Yeah, Adam. We thought you were playing in the Olympics.
We weren't sure. We didn't have the rosters yet.
You're the jockstrap catcher.
So you had something else. Didn't you have top music?
I do.
What's that?
So on this week in 1972, I actually had this 45, and you had to flip it over to hear the whole song.
Oh my God!
So I'm giving you
I'm gonna guess.
Did you play it backwards?
I'm gonna guess it's and this is my American Pie.
Yep.
You got it. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. You had to flip it over to hear the whole song.
That was the coolest thing when I went to Vegas. I saw.
1975?
Yeah, I saw that they on Fremont Street they play an American Pie plays what they do.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's long too. It's long. The whole song.
Oh yeah.
What do they do? What do they?
It's like above Fremont Street they have this screen and it like shows.
Isn't it on like the ceiling?
Yeah,
or
it projects through over the street. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
That's like the white trash area, isn't it, Fremont? It's the old area.
They say it is, but it's not. It's not. It's cool. Well, the first time me and Jenny went, we went down there, but then we went next time we were with other people, and it was kind of cool. Then it was more
fun.
of a party.
I liked it.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. I heard for us. I mean, it'd probably be perfect for us.
Oh, yeah.
Guys like us.
Yeah.
So Eric, were you here last week when we did the top songs of the week in the decades?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were.
You did every 10 years or what?
Yeah, every 10 years. So in 1982, it was the same as it was last week, which was working out in workout clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, physical. Let's get physical.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there you go.
I was here for that last week.
And then in 1992, it was. It was Black and White, Michael Jackson.
We talked about that already.
Yep, we did. 2002, this guy's from...
Did we do this already, or
No, we haven't. This is his new one. This is a new one. This guy is from Atlanta, Georgia, and Bieber was a big fan of his.
Usher?
Right?
Ooh.
And it's called You Got It Bad. I don't know that song.
There's Atlanta's got the huge scene though, right?
Yeah.
So the answer is Usher.
Usher.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
2012.
He discovered Bieber, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bieber was an internet guy. He just
Yeah,
played
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
yep.
Dude, he's a hell of a musician. I'll give him that.
YouTube pays.
2012. I don't think anybody will get this one. It's "We Found Love" by Rihanna featuring Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris. Okay.
Rihanna, you think I'd get her?
You think?
Jeff just said aloha. He's in Hawaii right
That's
now.
right. Yes. I
saw that. He was at
Mahalo.
the Sony Open.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you guys talk about that? Matsuyama?
No. What happened?
My gosh.
His
another just crazy.
His 3-wood on 18.
He shot back-to-back 63s. First of all, 63 on Saturday, 63 on Sunday, and then he got into the playoff. And it's like, again, it's like a 620-yard par 5, the first playoff hole. His second shot, he puts it within 2 feet to eagle to win the tournament. It was incredible.
That is crazy. Holy crap!
Yeah, the first 2 weeks of this golf season have looked like a big video game. I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing to these golf courses. So I know it's Hawaii. These courses are probably a little easier for those guys, but it's crazy. I don't know if this is a trend. We're going to just see unbelievable scoring this year.
Hey Jeff,
even the old guys. Jim Furyk was out there. Furyk was.
He led the first day.
Yeah, he shot. He had a hole-in-one on the first day. He shot like a 64, and he's 52 years old. It's crazy.
Same age as Jeremy Roenick.
Oh,
yes. I thought he was 51.
No, 52.
Okay.
Hey Jeff, where are you at in Hawaii?
Manawanaleo.
Is he on the show? Is he on the video?
Yeah, he's up there. He can't miss his show.
He's chatting.
I got a couple things
in chatting. Okay.
This day in sports history, if you're interested.
Yeah, go ahead.
So on this day in sports history, Dennis Rodman did something, and
did you was it like a
married Carmen Electra?
Was it an on court thing?
1997. If that helps.
Did he marry himself?
No.
I know what it is.
What was it? What is it?
Oh wait, what time of year are we in here?
During the season.
Yeah.
He did something to this guy's. This guy's name is Eugene Amos.
He kicked him, right? The photographer.
Oh, he kicked him in the nuts.
Kicked him in the groin. He got 11 games suspension.
That was in Minnesota, correct?
I don't have that.
I think it was. Wasn't it Minnesota, Eric, that happened then?
I don't remember where it was. I just remember it happening. I remember watching it live.
Yeah.
On this day in 1999.
9 times.
He's a kicker. And he played for the Vikings.
Gary Anderson.
And what did he do?
He missed the field goal to the Falcons.
To the Yep.
Wasn't he like 40 straight
this
or
is
something?
his first one he missed, and the Dirty Bird went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then Eugene Robinson was a Dirty Bird the night before and didn't get to play.
That's right. There you go.
15-1 Vikings.
Yeah.
This one in 1988, featuring the Broncos and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, I talked about it. The drive.
No, the fumble.
Oh, the fumble. Yeah.
Ernest Biner.
Yeah.
Oh, Biner. Yeah.
But that led to the drive, didn't it? Or that was that was a different game. Yeah.
Different game.
Yeah. They were they had such bad luck against the Broncos.
Oh, they did. Oh man.
Then they got hit with snowballs by their own fans.
Yeah. Or dildos.
Ditos. This day in 1996, Detroit, Stevie Y scored his 500th career goal, beating Colorado 3-2.
I'm glad he got against Colorado. Those guys were assholes.
Yeah, absolutely. And on this day in 2012, LeBron James became the youngest player in NBA history
to go bald.
To have a receding hairline.
Yeah.
He scored 20,000 career points.
Somebody said Matsuyama is the youngest old guy. This was trending on Twitter today. The youngest old guy, because he looks like
he does
he's 40s.
seem like an old guy.
And people were quick to correct them and say, no, that was actually Greg Oden.
Wow. That's a good one, though.
So there's a lot of golfers that are young, old guys. Look at Jordan Spieth. When he takes his hat off, like he's got the receding hairline, and he's only like 25 or whatever. It's just crazy. Matsuyama's swing, though, it's like, he takes the club back, and you're like, okay, you're waiting, and then he follows through. It's just crazy how he's got that big hesitation in his swing.
That's what she said.
Exactly. No.
So, we ready for closing thoughts?
Yeah. Sure.
Let's do closing thoughts. Ed, go ahead.
Oh, my God. Arizona is killing me. I need Ertz to get a bunch of points. And I need Van Jefferson to get some points, but since they're not even allowing the Rams to play offense.
They're scoring everything on defense.
Holy cow. So, what were the closing thoughts?
Yep.
So for Christmas, I bought my wife a pair of pants on Amazon. You guys ever done this?
No.
It's a big mistake.
Never.
Dude, don't ever do it.
No.
Because now all I get is these ads of these skinny girls in the stretch pants with their huge butts, because all they do is work out their glutes. Dude, they're ridiculous. It doesn't even look real. It looks like they, stuck a tire in there or something. So I was thinking there, and I'm like, yeah, that looks great right now. I mean, it looks amazing. But wait until they get in their 30s and they quit working out. They're going to be like all those Jersey bros walking around with big boobs hanging down. They look at all those titties. It's going to be the same thing. It's like, so we're going to be seeing girls and be like, well, we're going to be older by this point. We're probably not going to be a little too old to look at girls, but it's going to be like, hey, check, what's that hanging off her back end?
I thought you were going to say,
That's what she said.
You buy these pants, to make the girls look good and like that, and you wish they had a pair of pants for guys to make the front end look better.
Oh, yeah. No, you just put a banana in there.
Kabasa.
I'll tie a knot in a tube sock and throw it in there.
Eric, what's your closing thoughts?
I mean, why do I always
He's
have
like,
to
I want some
It's hard to
kielbasa.
follow.
I want some
Why do I
kielbasa.
always have to follow Ed?
That's what she said.
My closing thought is I can't wait to get out of this prison. I can't wait to get out of this prison of a basement. I mean, it's just terrible.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
Yeah, and see you guys in person next week.
Yeah.
And finally do that Christmas holiday cocktail.
I just make it straight booze.
Yeah, because that's what
it's
you
gonna
and
be,
Willie
Willie.
need. Not
Ready
another
to
bourbon
ruin the
show.
Surprise, Willie.
That was like a train wreck.
The infamous bourbon show.
How about tequila? We'll do a tequila show.
Thanks for ruining the surprise, Willie.
Oh,
I thought we'd never talk about that show again. We promised.
The Malort, Long Island.
Oh, yeah. The wrong island.
The wrong island.
That's
Long
right.
Island, yeah.
Closing thoughts, Wilma.
Let's see. What do I have to think about here?
Oh, my God. Here we go.
I have Cooper Cup that needs to do really well today, and I think
Nope.
No,
It's not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going
He
to
doesn't
happen
need
either.
to.
He doesn't need to. He's just going to run the ball the rest of the way.
The bad thing's going to be in our fantasy thing that we got going. There's like 5 of us that are down at the bottom.
Right.
And
Bottom
nobody's
feeders.
scoring any points right now.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we all suck. So
I
did learn something this last week. Never do a draft at a bar during a dart ball game.
Oh, you finally
That
learned
seems
that?
like a challenge.
I did.
Because
Finally.
this isn't the first one.
I think it's the first one.
No,
for me.
we did something where he was on the phone in the bar.
Well, maybe we did.
And I can't remember what it was, but you were pissing us off that time too.
Trying to get his meds straight. He wouldn't listen to us.
Oh, my God.
So good luck to all those in the playoffs. I donated my $25.
Yeah, you're pretty much out of it.
Oh, yeah, you owe me $25. You're
I
right.
do.
You're pretty much out of it. Me and Benny are fighting for our lives here.
All I need is
and
two big.
Smoothie's 8 points ahead of us, or 6-8 points, and we might not catch
Scott,
him.
what is Scott's team name?
Hub is Hub voted for Pedro.
Oh,
Did you get it?
At first I thought you were just commissioner, and I'm like, where's Scott
Hey,
in this?
pretty clever, huh? You like that?
I like that. I like that a lot. Well, did you like mine?
Yeah, but you know what? You messed up. Should it be 3 Vs, right?
Most valuable vaccinated player?
Oh, vaccinated player, but he's
Don't you
unvaccinated.
remember he said that about Hub? in that interview, he said, well, I think Hub just doesn't like me because I'm not vaccinated and I should be the MVVP.
Oh.
That was a Rodgers quote.
He's such a nerd.
He fooled all us because he's smarter than us.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Way smarter. So
wait till wait. His testing window is gone. Like he's got 90 days waiting on the test. You know his testing window like opens up right around the NFC Championship. Yeah. It does, right. Or the week before the Super Bowl. So he's gonna test. Well, he'll test.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God,
there'd be riots.
He hasn't been in my basement, has he?
Where's the Super Bowl this year?
L.A.
Oh my God, there'd be a line of tractors from Green Bay all the way there with pitchforks.
Talking about moving to Dallas, maybe. They're still. I don't know if they're going to do that because they're going to might have restrictions. So they say NFL's like, we'll go somewhere else.
It'd be okay.
Yeah, I know they're kicking that around.
What is the betting on Aaron Rodgers gets locked out of the playoffs because of COVID in the Super Bowl, and they move the Super Bowl? Dude, that would be it. What's the parlay? Would you need a third one?
No, two.
Those are called prop bets.
Yeah, we need to parlay prop bet things.
Yeah, back to you could parlay those prop bets.
Oh, you'd make a.
We should start coming up with prop bets going into the Super Bowl. Like
actually,
top 10.
I can look up the prop bets and we can write them down and see who gets them right.
I was gonna say Betty White dances in the halftime show, but that one's out.
Weekend at Bernie style.
I'd like to see Katy Perry.
I was gonna make a president.
B. Arthur's gonna be holding her up.
Thank you for being a friend. Okay, guys, a good show tonight. Thank you to Ed, Willie, and Eric for joining us.
Oh.
And once again, we are the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Unfortunately, we had no time for Will Ferrell. We'll get him hopefully next time. Time ran out. He just texted me. So next week we'll get Will Ferrell hopefully, or whoever else pops up. So take care. Have a great week.
Sorry, folks. Park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome.
Bye, Felicia. Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'd give him more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
I feel so I feel so